All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brainland Brandon and Brian the Grizzly. What is up?
What's going on, guys? How's it going?
Same old, same old. What can I say?
Yeah. I think
Think you frozen,
Brandon's
bro.
a little frozen.
Did I freeze?
Yeah. Like
Am
got
I
some
still
ice
frozen?
cream. Yep.
Still frozen?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I know you were all
Weird.
good, right?
Like right until I hit something.
Pre-show.
Right until I hit something. Everything was fine. You know what? This is why I don't touch nothing. This is exactly why right now.
Am I still frozen?
Man. Yep.
I can see myself moving.
Wait. There. Coming.
Refreshing now.
There we go. Here's the moment of truth.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. I am. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Let's go ahead and go
on. I am super tired. I stayed up all last night watching the Super Bowl. That was super fun. The game was good, and I know the game we'll talk about tomorrow, Wednesday, Sunday over on our football channel. So make sure you go check out the football channels, Nerd Huddle and Dynasty Pylon. Link in the description. But here we're gonna probably talk a lot about the commercials, the ads, maybe a little bit of the halftime show.
Hey, come on, Rihanna killed it. I don't care what y'all said. Rihanna killed it. And I knew she was going to see. I knew she was when she left her stomach exposed. I knew she was pregnant. I also knew that she had so many hits, and they did a good job knowing that she couldn't move the same way because she's pregnant. Yeah. They did a great job with the elevation, changing your eye level, allowed and having great dancers along with her, allowed her to not have to do as much movement. And I have no problem with lip syncing because you can hear her still, but this is what they do. The standard operation procedures for the Super Bowl.
That's nothing new. But that's not nothing new even for like live shows. Like you can't tell me like a non-pregnant Rihanna and like some of these other like Britney Spears, J-Lo. You tell me they're running around stage doing all this dancing and still singing Pitch Perfect. Come on, it was like. And then when they don't, the song
you said
they're like
J-Lo and Pitch Perfect.
Well, it was like at least for J-Lo's pitch. But it's like that doesn't happen. And then after the song's done, they're huffing and puffing. I was like, no, they can't breathe. You think they can sing? So I'm okay with that. I have no big deal.
They recorded earlier in the day. So in that sound check, they recorded earlier in the day, and they still allowed the microphone to work. What it is that she already has her background, all her extra stuff that she sings is not being played. She's not actually singing that part. So her main track is there, but the backup track is already playing. So that's why I didn't mind. So like you can hear her sometimes still singing, And there's no one in this Super Bowl era that does that live. I mean,
Super Bowl won't even allow it.
The Red Hot
Chili Peppers, they're gonna risk it?
They even have their equipment plugged in.
Yeah.
Literally, the only one who could do that is Prince, and that's because he's Prince, and that's enough said. I mean, he's Prince.
Yeah. I remember a lot of people talking crap about Maroon 5. I mean, I'm not a Maroon 5 fan, but like, none of their equipment was plugged in. The singer guy wasn't singing, or whatever. So like at first I'm like, okay, I was waiting for like a big thing to happen, but I think her being pregnant, at least for me, was kind of a distraction.
Really?
Because I was looking, I'm like, is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? I'm like, looking, I'm like, I can't. What?
Dude,
she announced it after.
She came out, she was rubbing her stomach, and she left her stomach unzipped. Like she could have zipped it up 3/4 away. She's only had the baby 3 months ago, so like she's only 3 months postpartum. And that's another joke. ASAP Rocky made sure he did that. She said 1.2 billion. I'll make that happen real ASAP. It's like he's getting that second baby out the way really, really fast. But
No,
that's
why I thought I'm like is it a postpartum thing or what was going on?
A bigger thing to kind of announce it. She could have said, look, I am pregnant, and like Beyonce threw down her mic and made this huge thing, about her being pregnant. She could have done that, but I think she didn't. She did it, but then she didn't want to take away from everything that she was saying. already. She wanted to sing, and the fact that she came down from the sky, from the rafters, saying, "Bitch, you better have my money," was like, I don't know, it blew my mind. I was like, "Oh, yeah. That's you gonna do that? Oh, the Super Bowl?"
I mean, she played all the songs that I think all the hits. She played all the songs that I think everyone knew she was gonna play. I mean, I won like $20 because
people were upset that she didn't sing some of the other songs. People were upset.
Yeah, well, people are upset like she didn't bring anybody with her. You know, which I think that if she was pregnant, which is fine because she, as a pregnant person, I was like, she did a great job but the whole time I'm like, is she pregnant? And then like at the end you find out she is. I'm like, okay, I get, obviously she's not gonna like do all the craziness, So I'm cool with that, And it's she played all her song, most of her big songs, but I was expecting somebody else to come out with her because it's very rare that somebody that you have a solo artist coming out, especially just her and she's pregnant.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like as far as hip hop goes, who are you going to bring out that's going to do anything else? I mean, literally, she could have brought Jay-Z out. She could have brought
Drake was the big one.
But once again, that'll take away from her being pregnant. And then be on stage with that person. You don't want them saying something stupid. You don't want any controversy. So why do that?
Maybe. Yeah.
So that, and I think that's where because I said the entire time, oh man, someone's gonna come out. Jay-Z is right there with his daughter. He has to be coming out. But then my sister kind of pulled me to the side. It's like when you are having that and you're not married, any of that stuff, you don't necessarily want that problem. So I was like, all right.
That's true too. Yeah. As long as it's not the Milli Vanilli situation, it's all good. Yeah.
I'm 100% agreeing.
Yeah. No, I think Rihanna, obviously like she actually sings her songs and
I mean, for live
no one
shows don't sound like her.
yeah, exactly. I mean, but for live shows especially Super Bowl ain't gonna allow people to have like live mics while she's running around like that. That's all you need is like a dancer to trip up and you hear the F word in the background somewhere. It's like, nah.
I don't think you're gonna do that, but I think more than anything that it could be sound issues like you have field issues. Like so you hear the speaker, all that other stuff, going in and out. Instead of having that, it sounds perfectly for the 134 million people that watched the Super Bowl yesterday. So like you want to make sure that sound is perfect. And I think in the stadium would be amazing to see her doing with the roof open. And you see all the fireworks going off, her changing all the levels. Those backup dancers were like Jabberwockies on crack. Like it was amazing.
So they come running out from the side there, all like I was kind of laughing because they kind of cut to the one guy and he got this big grin and he's like with his arms out like not running but like a weird trot kind of thing. It was kind of funny. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I didn't hate it, but I heard somebody else said, and you reminded me of what they said. It was safe. It was safe. Like there was nothing too risky. Obviously, she's not going to be like showing a lot of skin because once she's pregnant, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rihanna would do that. But I don't know her too much like outside of her music. I'm not like a fan like that. But yeah, her being pregnant, she obviously was fully covered, so, but yeah, it was just very safe,
I wouldn't want anything else other than that. I'll be too afraid to have anything like, crazy.
Yeah.
But as I said, I could see Jay-Z being there. I could saw Drake being there, but what else? You want Chris Brown to come out and pretend to hit her? I mean, what do you want? Like I don't understand.
Somebody said Kanye, but I'm like, please, you think Super Bowl, even if it's on Fox? Like,
can you imagine what Kanye would come out and do? He would have came out on a cross, coming down from the rafters, like Jesus for real. Like, come on, man. Do you really want that?
Yeah, and plus, like he is like spontaneous. Remember that shit he said? Oh man, it was for whatever fundraiser. And it was years ago. It was him and Mike Myers. And Mike Myers said his sense, and then it cut to Kanye. And Kanye's like, what do you say? Like, George Bush hates black people.
Doesn't care about black people.
Yeah. Then it cuts to Chris Tucker. He's like, That would literally be. Yeah.
He'll change lyrics to the
without
song.
script.
Yeah, he'll change lyrics to the song. It will go crazy. He'll go totally. Well, they will be happy that they recorded it beforehand. Honestly, because you can't just have him. But a lot of times when they have stars like this, they don't let them go by themselves because they don't have as many hits. Rihanna has a lot of hits. There's a lot of songs that they still could have done. She could have kept on going. Like I didn't even know if it was over.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't know if the middle she was going to do the Black Panther song that doesn't have a hit, doesn't have a drop.
I told you they're not going to do the Black Panther song
because it doesn't.
There
could have been in the middle.
No way.
It could have been in the middle, and they just went 30 seconds, and then did Umbrella or something like that. But
I think if they would have done it at the start, but it was too slow. It was too depressing. Especially I think the way it started was good because that was like,
dude, I was all right. Good job.
But I won $20 because I think Umbrella, like it was like her last song, and the odds were Umbrella were like the number one odds.
I told you that wasn't going to be the last one.
Yeah, dude, it was second to last. So it was close. It was close.
Was it really that close? I feel like it was in the middle. I think it was like
I think she did Umbrella and then she did Diamonds and then that was it. Right?
Yeah,
I could be
Diamonds
wrong.
Diamonds is the last one. I know
Diamond was the last one. That's what I got.
And that's what I was thinking the whole time because you talking about you going for a ring. So shine bright like a diamond just made sense. Yeah.
I think it had okay odds where I was like, if I lost like $5, I'd be all right. I think I made like 20. So I'm like, all right. So I didn't bet too much yesterday.
You know what? I bet a lot of prop bets, and I hit just enough to be up $5. Like I hit the game winning field goal that brought me back up. I think I put $10 on it, and I got like $100 off of it.
Okay.
The last field goal, and then I got the Chiefs, and but I missed on the Mahomes passing yards. He messed me up, and then Miles Sanders messed me up. I was like, "Come on, dude, killing me."
Yep.
But the best part about the Super Bowl were the commercials. That's
yes,
of course, yeah.
Oh man. So we'll get into the commercials first. So we're gonna. This is the little layout of the show. We'll watch some of the commercials. Not all of them because there was a lot of good ones, but we'll watch like a good chunk of them. We'll get into the 3 major trailers, which was Beast Wars, Guardians, and The Flash, and then we'll get into The Last of Us, and then we'll probably finish there. Yeah, because I do want to talk about Harley Quinn because that was good. But I don't think you guys watched it. So
I was watching.
I didn't get around to it.
I was watching it right when
Did you?
Upstairs.
Yeah.
But you're saying The Last of Us is so good. This episode was so good that I don't know. I almost didn't want to talk about the Super Bowl first. I almost wanted to do The Last of Us right away, just get it out because it was so. I love what they did with the story, but I don't want to go too far into it. But I mean, I was enthralled.
Yeah. It's like I think my girlfriend, we were watching it and she goes, why do they hate us? Why does HBO hate its viewers? Make us cry every week.
I was like, can they please change it? Please, God, let them change the ending. No. Oh my God.
Yeah, so we'll get that to the end. So we'll make sure we get a lot of time for that because I'm sure we're gonna talk that a lot. That and The Flash, those would be probably our last 2 big ones for the night. But cool. So we'll watch some of these trailers and then we'll move on. Or commercials and then trailers. All right. Do a little transition. All right. So Super Bowl was yesterday, and besides the game and the Rihanna concert, we got a bunch of good commercials. I think for once we haven't got a Super Bowl where we got a lot of good commercials in a while, probably at least a couple years, right?
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I can't say there was a lot of good commercials, but there were like 4 of them in my mind that I was like, "Whoa, that was good." And other ones I was like, that's all right." Like, was it the Blue Moon commercial? I loved that one. I was like,
really?
Yeah,
I loved it, man. I loved it. I was like, what are they doing? It was like, Miller Lite, Bud Light. What is going on? Are they doing a beer together? And then it was like, no, better, Blue Moon.
That was
that way. The Tubi one. I love the Tubi one.
Really,
Mm.
The two most annoying ones were just so funny to me.
I think we got a lot of
I don't remember the
Tubi.
Tubi one.
There was a few of them. There was a few of them. There was that Easter Bunny one that was freaky as shit. Then there's the one where like they're actually going through the Tubi like kind of app.
So like when you heard not Tony Romo, but who are the announcers this time?
It was Olsen and
Olsen.
I forgot who the other guy was.
I can't remember. But you hear Greg Olsen talking, and then all of a sudden the sound goes off, and then you see someone clicking through, and everyone's thinking like, "Did I do that? Did I sit on the remote control?" And then it comes up Tubi. I was like, I was freaking out. I was like,
I saw the Tubi in the corner. I was like, "Ain't no one got Tubi downloaded. Get out of here."
Hey, I was at my dad's house. I was like, maybe he had Tubi. I don't know.
But it was, I think Tubi. There was a few Tubi commercials and Jesus commercials, like legit, Jesus commercials. So those were probably the two most ones. So yeah, I was kind of like surprised. I was like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus and Tubi. Okay, that's what we're going with. But we'll start off with a couple of the good ones. Let me bring this up real quick. One that I liked was a Will Ferrell one. I thought that was pretty good. It was for GM. It was okay. Yeah. It was okay. I'm a big Will Ferrell fan. So it was kind of like making fun of all the other Squid Games, Bridgerton, other stuff like that. Go check it out real quick. Yeah.
General Motors is Netflix is joining in by including more EVs in their movies and shows. It's the least they can do.
So if you're going to get swarmed by an army of the dead, why not get swarmed in an EV? No, I said real fighting. Or if you're being voluntarily kidnapped, why not be kidnapped in an EV? What's that scent? Is it pine? Now, should they add EVs everywhere? They shan't. They shan't. Is it shallant or shan't?
It's neither.
What about here, Erica?
You're ruining the show, you
That's
idiot.
my favorite.
What do you mean? It's me, Dusty.
You're not.
Yeah, you're right. This is ridiculous. Tammy, wait!
Later, loser.
But anywhere else, it makes sense.
There goes another runner.
Brad was so much better for you. You should have gone with Brad.
Yeah, Brad. Are you serious?
Why not make more of those cars electric? It's the least they can do. Of course, you kill me. I mean, you literally did kill me. You know.
That was a good one.
No, I always feel like the fact that they didn't take advantage of Wedding Crashers pissed me off. How you gonna do a wedding and have Will Ferrell there and not do Wedding Crashers? I was like, what the hell, dude?
I didn't even think about this. Having scream Meatloaf.
Mom, Meatloaf. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I didn't even think about that.
So that bothered me. I couldn't believe that we didn't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think it's all Netflix stuff, right? So Bridgerton's on Netflix. Stranger Things. The him being was it Dusty or whatever, that one got me.
Yeah.
I just tell you, if he would have did Wedding Crashers, I would have been dying.
That would have been good. Yeah, that one. Just that. Like you asked Brandon, how many Hellfire Club shirts did we see at C2E2 last year?
Jesus.
Yeah,
I never want to see another Hellfire shirt like for as long as I live. So many.
Yeah.
And going in, I knew there were going to be like a ton.
Yeah.
I wonder what the go-to costume is going to be for C2E2 this so far.
This coming one. It'll probably be a lot of that. It'll probably be a lot of that still. I think a lot of Stranger Things. But
probably see a lot of Megan costumes.
Ooh.
That'd be too much.
I like that.
Can I do a Megan costume but call me like Jamal and be like my own, like a black Megan? Or Rashid. Like I don't know what else.
You need something with the E in it, that's all. What else we got? So there's the P. Diddy one.
Megan the Stallion. That's a good perp. I like that.
Oh
one.
my god.
Megan the Stallion.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes. Dude, come on. That's amazing.
I'm trying to like picture like what kind of mashup you could do.
Like literally, my mind went.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some good stuff you could probably do with a good mashup cosplay like that.
Oh man.
You know.
I mean, we're gonna get She-Hulk. You're gonna get a lot of all these Phase 4 costumes. I think you just get stuff like that from Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Speaking
like
of
that.
Marvel, so another trailer with what's his name? Man, brain fart with what his name is. Ben Stiller. Jesus. It's kind of making fun of the Marvel kind of thing. So we'll take a look at it real quick.
Stay away from my wife.
Hi, I'm Ben Stiller. My job as an actor is making you believe what you're seeing is real.
Louise, will you?
I just like to get the name.
Pain is real.
That the cold is real.
Don't say that about
I
yourself.
forgot what this was even about.
I know.
Exactly. How good is a commercial if you don't know what's about?
The real is
See?
real.
All right, see, they went
But it's
meta
not
with that.
real. It's just acting.
Oh, it was Pepsi. Pepsi Zero.
That makes no sense. Yeah. That's why I didn't like the Blue Moon one, because it was like they showed two other beers for 90% of the commercial, and then right at the last 2 seconds, it's like Blue Moon done. I was like,
Because it was
what?
like we're that much better than you guys. Like, who the hell wants you guys? Coors Light, Bud Light. Who the hell wants you? Blue Moon.
I mean, I'd rather take a part. Yeah, I'd probably take a Blue Moon over those.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not even a question. Blue Moon wins hands down.
I mean, out of those three, yeah, but you know, if I had to pick between a Blue Moon and one of those Ant-Man alcohol-free Heinekens,
Alcohol-free.
that sounds nasty. If there's a Heineken, you're like, oh yeah.
I
And
just
then
don't understand. I was
alcohol-free,
like, why wouldn't I just ask for a Pepsi?
that
Yeah. Rum and Coca-Cola rum. Done.
yeah. So there was that T-Mobile Grease one, which I thought was pretty good. I'm not gonna play because that's for sure gonna get like kicked off.
John
but
Travolta
that was pretty good.
I like the John Travolta.
Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah.
T-Mobile, it was good. It sounded good. I think it was funny enough. I like that one. So I like that one. This one though, this is the Pringles one.
I saw that one. Yeah. I was like,
it was kind of goofy. It was kind of like it got stupid.
Don't worry. It happens to the best of us.
It does?
To a does. It is judges,
Overruled.
airport ground crew, game show contestants,
The Bermuda Triangle.
Megan Trainor, chess prodigies, bowlers, your real father.
Hey, champ.
It even happened to your little cousin Timmy.
Wait, what was that about my father?
That doesn't matter.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Now, get back to the party.
Oh, this is a different one. I think the one I saw, it was like, yeah, he showed the ultrasound. He's like, that doesn't even make sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
that was a different one.
My question is, why wouldn't they just let go of the Pringle? Because you don't get to eat the chips, so why are you holding on to the can? Not to mention my hand, like literally, if I made a fist in my hand, I'll break open a can of Pringles. That's all I have to do is just make a fist and just bust a. So maybe I just don't understand it because of that. My hand's just too big. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I that one was kind of funny, but yeah, I was like the other one. where he's like shows the ultrasound. Like that's where I got the little chuckle from. I'm like, okay, that was kind of
That doesn't make sense at all.
yeah. Let's see. What other ones do you guys remember?
You know, I'm only waiting for one thing and one thing.
I know you're waiting for that one. Yeah, we're gonna save that one to the end.
On camera, I want to see if Tank cries on camera. That's why.
I was explaining the commercial to my girlfriend, and I was getting teary eyed. Just explaining it to her.
Oh man,
So,
I was thinking about it, or listening to the radio, thinking about it, and all of a sudden a tear just comes out of nowhere. I was like, "Oh, that's too much. I just can't do it."
yeah.
What was it advertising?
The dog food, the brand. It's like
the nature.
it's like
best,
farmer's dog or something like that.
Farmer's best, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was like, "Oh my god, I need to go get some now."
I know, right? I think that was like one of the top 3 like rated commercials out of the Super Bowl was the dog one, which we'll watch in a little bit.
Anytime you ask what was it about and then find out and then gonna go and buy it immediately, it did its job.
Yeah, I would say so. So this one's kind of funny. We got John Hamm and Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, yeah.
I mean, that's funny in itself.
Yeah.
John?
Brie. Wow. Great to see
Also,
you.
he doesn't get
in this
the
giant
joke on his own name.
Fridge. Why are we here?
Well, I'm Brie.
Yeah, I'm John.
I know, but you're John who?
John Hamm. We've met a million times.
Brie and
John Hamm. Oh, Brie and Ham. Ham and Brie. I get it. And Hellman's.
you know, it's a good thing you're handsome.
Thank you.
We are dinner.
Well, with Hellman's, we can really be anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all these leftovers can, right? Is that Pete Davidson? Uh-huh.
No food name.
He really is everywhere.
I'm gonna eat you guys.
So that was it. But that's the best part. Is that he really is everywhere. It's annoying that he is everywhere.
I was just thinking that because he was high, so I figured
Yeah.
that's why he wanted to have a him and Brie sandwich.
Yeah. Oh, he does say something.
He's even voicing Mirage in Beast Wars.
Yeah.
You noticed that?
Yeah. Yeah, we should probably get to that in a second. I don't know any other ones that really like popped up to you guys besides the dog one. We got a Clueless commercial.
The Clueless one was pretty entertaining.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it at all.
Yeah.
And the thing
does
that
anybody
Paul
get it?
Rudd does not age. What is wrong with him? Something's wrong.
He's
with
not
him.
in this trailer.
I think about his part.
Yeah, I don't think she's like they're both. I know they're both in it. Oh, I muted it.
I was like, as if, but then I was like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Does anybody get this reference though?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like, this movie came out in the early 90s.
Yep,
I don't know if
95.
anybody besides like 35 and older is gonna get it.
Yeah, us.
Yeah,
we're
us.
the ones.
You know, but it seems like it's pandering to like the younger generation, to like early 20 kind of people.
Or it's the
Right.
people
It's
that that are trying to pretend like they're young but don't realize that they're old.
Yeah. Johnny Depp.
Oh my goodness. What's up?
What's going on?
Nerd. What's up?
Hey,
I know I was checking out their live a little while ago.
dude, I don't know if he understands. Like literally, I was in the comic book store, right? Watching his videos, thinking like, okay, which one was that one again? Which one is that one? And grab. Oh yeah, I'm grabbing that one and that one. And I was in the car reading it, like, oh, this is good.
Can't wait to get home.
I was ready in the car. True statement. Literally, story happened today.
That's funny. Perp said Paul Rudd has 5% melanin. That's why he hasn't aged.
I like that. Might have to steal
it,
that.
it makes sense. It really does.
Have you seen that fake show with Zach Galifianakis in between two ferns?
Yeah,
where he would like interview people and he would say stupid shit.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
there's a clip of him and Paul Rudd, and he asked Paul Rudd, he goes, "Can you give any advice to new and upcoming actors on how to hide your Jewiness?" Because Paul Rudd's Jewish. And like they show, but they're kind of like staring at each other, with that stupid look they do. But there's a clip of it, of like the bloopers, and they're just cracking up. Like Paul Rudd just laughed. He goes, "I do that. I do that." There's something stupid. It was
good.
It was pretty good. But yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah. Between Two Ferns, yeah. So, yeah, Between Two Ferns is the movie was actually surprisingly good.
There's
on
a
Netflix.
movie? I never
There's a
watched
movie
it.
on Netflix.
I didn't realize there was one.
Yes. Yeah. It's a little old at this time, but it's pretty good.
Oh man.
It's pretty good. Will Ferrell's in it. He goes around and like does the show, and I think he does one with Keanu Reeves. It's good. It's recommended. It's stupid. It's stupid as all hell.
Do they
but it's
know
fun.
they're part of the show?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because there's bloopers and they know. Because like there's one where he asked something to somebody and it was really offensive. Like really offensive. And the other guy just could not not laugh. He just stared at him and he's supposed to be mad. The dude from The Hangover that did it with him. Cooper, not Cooper.
Oh no.
Well, what's his name?
Bradley Cooper?
Bradley Cooper. And he said something like really bad to him, and then like he kind of was serious, and then they both just started cracking up. So like the bloopers are just as good as the actual like show.
Which the one? What is the one? The two Between Two Ferns that one of the guys it's like the guest didn't know it was a joke. Was it like John Lithgow or something like that? Or it was something like that he didn't know it was a joke, and he got so angry. I can't remember which was it, but he didn't know. Like he was pissed, and you saw. And then finally, he walked off. He stormed off. And he was like, "Does he not know this is a joke?"
That's funny. I gotta see what that one is.
Yeah, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I think the one with Seinfeld is pretty good because he brings in Seinfeld, but then he also brings somebody else in. He's like, "Oh well, you're not that interesting. I can do two for one." It's like, yeah. Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, Zach Galifianakis is very funny. He has a very specific kind of funny.
I was like, you have to be in the mood.
Definitely.
Come on, he is. He's a lot.
Yeah.
If he was saying it to me, I'll punch him in his face. But if I was watching it, I would die laughing.
Well, I think if you're in on the joke, it's kind of like, okay. I think he does it. Well, the best ones are the ones that he's like really close with. The Bradley Cooper one was really good. The Brad Pitt one where he spits on him.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I
remember that one.
So, but like his special Live at the Purple Onion is like really good because that was like kind of before he really got big, and it's a really good stand up because it's like he's drunk, but obviously he's not. He's performing.
Yeah.
But he's like it's really good.
I just know I'll be the wrong person to punk. I'm the wrong person to do any of this stuff because I would take it like all of a sudden and then Brian chokeslammed him and that would be in the story. Just
and a man died, pranking Brian.
And the man died. The end.
What's up, Derpy?
What's up, Derpy?
What's going on, Derpy?
What's going on? All right. Any other commercials?
No, I thought it was so good, but no.
Yeah. We said T-Mobile one. There was a Breaking Bad one that was pretty good. I always like seeing a good Breaking Bad like reference. Oh, here's that stupid ass.
Oh, that Breaking Bad wasn't good. That was fine.
Yeah. Oh, really? You're gonna play an ad?
30 years, Coors Light has an ad in the big game.
Actually, this is a Miller Lite commercial.
Mountain Cold Refreshment. It's Miller time. Great taste.
Less filling.
Cold as the Rockies.
Coors commercial. Miller commercial.
Actually, it's a Blue Moon commercial.
Great. Okay.
Just trolls the crap out of you. I love it.
But I was like, you paid how many millions of dollars to show your product for like 3 cents?
But I remember it was Blue Moon, and when I'm in the bar the next time, you ever think about Miller, Coors, and then you're like, just give me a Blue Moon.
Yeah,
just give me a Blue Moon. I'm good. Make sure you got the orange thing in it. Let's go.
Yeah, right. And the cup is cool. What's it? Pursue MSU right now?
Yeah, so
what's MSU?
Shelter in place immediately. Shots fired at Michigan State University.
Oh shit! Damn, I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was like, So it's a live shooting right now. Active shooter on Michigan State's campus.
Yeah, this
nuts. I don't even know how we get back to everything, but for that's it's nuts right now.
Yeah. But they said this year's commercials were great. That's what we were saying. I think this is one of the better years in a while.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, I like when they took all the rock stars, and telling you like, hey, business people, stop calling each other rock stars. That was kind of cute for the most part. That was kind of funny.
You know what I didn't like? The Maya one. The M&M's Maya.
Which one?
The Maya Randolph.
Oh, the M&M one.
Maya Rudolph. Oh, I was thinking like Maya, the R&B singer, for a minute. No, Maya Rudolph.
Oh,
I remember that one.
The best one. My favorite one, the Dunkin' Donuts one.
Yep, I was just gonna bring it up right now. Yep,
I think that was my favorite one. And in fact, I heard about this before.
Yeah. See.
Dunkin' run, medium or large coffee,
they did
do
this
the
with, like,
donut for an incremental dollar. Like, how can it be this inexpensive and good?
But even no sugar.
I was gonna have to just give you 10 munchkins. You look a little lost. 1 second, I'm trying to find the bit. Do I look familiar? Oh. Should I be in, or you want to see self-portrait?
What are you doing here?
Ask me if I like.
Is this what you do when you say you want to work all day?
I gotta go, guys.
Grab me a glaze.
Yeah, like J-Lo eats donuts.
That was good. Yeah, right. Well, but I think Mark Hamill did something like that before.
Yeah, but I think Ben Affleck.
They have the whole commercial.
Ben Affleck's probably more better known. What's it?
Yeah. I guess it goes on.
Can I help you with your order, please?
Small black tea, no sweetener.
You could have that, but like, why not sweeten your life up a little bit? I mean, you could choose to have no sweetness in your life or some joy. What would you like, ma'am? Joy or misery?
Joy's good.
You do want joy. Is that joy in the form of splendor or joy in the form of equal?
Just like no sweet.
You're insisting on darkness.
Yes, please.
Darkness.
Dude, that's good.
Please order for your Massachusetts Dunkin' Donuts. Thank you.
A breakfast wrap.
Roasted tomato, grilled cheese, sourdough, bread, turkey, sausage, egg and cheese, bacon, cheese, maple sugar, bacon, black, peppercorn.
Are you all right this morning?
I'm coming unglued. What are you doing here? I can't believe it's you.
That was
We're
good.
out of coffee.
Oh, you're out of coffee.
Yeah, we get no coffee and no donuts. And we got no sandwiches and no muffins and no cold brew, espresso teas, winter beverages, frozen, cool water. I work on commission, bro. Bing.
There he is.
What's coming up?
Commission.
I'm not your typical Dunkin' technician. Usually I'm much smarter than you.
4 glazed donuts.
Come in hot, looking for 4 glazed.
The bacon, egg, and cheese, and a croissant.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bing, boom, boom, yeah.
Strawberry donuts.
Can I just give you a churro?
So you're gonna get my cheese?
This is like a trust fall. You don't see what you ordered, but you just fall backwards into my arms. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Welcome to Medford, Massachusetts, Duncan. Scenic Medford. Why travel when you're already there? That's our slogan. You can have whatever you want for free.
Oh, I know you, Ben Affleck, brother.
Get out of here. I'm struggling. I'm so sorry. I can't make it function. Malfunction. Not as easy as it looks operating this apparatus up there.
Medium hot black.
We're out of coffee.
Oh, you're out of coffee.
Yeah, we get no coffee and no donuts.
What do you got?
Water. I'm trying to compensate with comedy for my ineptitude. All right, what can I do for you? Dunkin' Run, medium or large coffee, get a donut for an incremental $1. Are you interested? I'm going to ask you to please take the deal, sir. You need me to right now, sir. I want you to take it. Turkey, sausage, egg, and cheese, maple sugar, bacon, black, peppercorn.
Are you all right this morning?
I'm coming unglued. How have you been? All right? How's your mother? Good. Father, all right? Even better. Good. All right, I'll clear around. All right, take it easy. Not your typical Dunkin' technician. Usually,
Did he know who that was?
He had no idea that was Ben Affleck. That's hilarious. I think I find it funnier because they have the restaurant, so I know how drive-thru works, and it's just so funny. That is so good. I would love. I can imagine like have like Kanye at my drive-thru. It's almost like so Chicago, so Boston. Like, oh my god,
he just the black zipper hoodie.
Exactly.
Oh
man, that's great. Okay.
No. So the one I liked, then we'll get into the dog one real quick. We'll like kind of skip through it. So it's like she's the flag football player. Mr. Beast is in it.
I missed it.
But the best part is the end.
By far, the one with the mom was just that's hilarious. That's something my dad would do. That's so something he would do. Dude,
it's like,
come on.
You got your hands filled like a sandwich in a pop. You're like, oh, no one can attack you. Right to the ground.
He's tried before. I was like, dude, I'm gonna pick you up. You'll get thrown across this room. You don't want this. That's funny. That's fun.
All right.
That's good. We got some jokes out. We got some laughs, some smiles out. That's good.
Yeah.
This episode.
I might have to wait a minute because
yep, I see
got the little warning.
It's a commercial. Like, I don't understand. You want us to play your commercial. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense.
You paid the Super Bowl, what, $30 million for 7 seconds?
Exactly.
You can come to YouTube and we'll watch it for free and say positive things about it. But
I blame Brandon. It's somehow his fault.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the last one. This was, I think, my favorite. Brian, I think you said your favorite. Did you see this one, Brandon? With the dog?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think I did.
It's a little girl and her puppy.
Oh gosh.
That's kind of upstairs. Yep. That's all you need to say. You're like, oh. Yeah.
I'm not even sure I'm ready right now, man. I'm just
Yeah. I was waiting for this warning to get out. Might have to wait another second. So, but yeah, so like so my girlfriend didn't really watch that. I watched the Super Bowl at home. Just kind of like hung out and yeah, this played and I'm like, okay, cool. And then like it goes on and then it just you're like, damn, I just wiped all my tears off from The Last of Us and now you're gonna do this to me?
Oh my god.
Dog food? So all right, so it cleared up. So all right, we'll watch this one whole. It's only a minute long, so it's not too long. But
since you haven't seen this, Brandon, I want you to get your actual expression for this right now. Oh my god, I'm not ready right now.
Brian's gonna leave the room. You guys can hear it?
Yeah.
Yep.
You gonna be a good boy?
Don't worry, doll, about the rest of our lives.
Oh, look at this.
Through thick and thin,
Come on, baby.
I'll be there by your side.
Oh.
I'm gonna love you forever.
Hey there.
I'll be there.
There you go. The farmer's dog.
I liked it.
Yeah. if you had a dog, you know, all of that, man. Right from the beginning to the end. Yeah,
that was a good one. I don't remember seeing that one.
Yeah, what in the my dog skipped this? Is this? Yeah, yeah. It's it gets you.
What are you really crying over there, dude?
I'm not crying. You crying, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that gets me every single time. Oh my god.
Yeah, that one is.
I like that one.
Pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
I have no comments at all right now.
Yeah, that one, like, I think, like, everyone likes a good, like, animal kind of commercial and stuff like that. But if you've had a dog since they were a puppy and you live with them your whole life, or they live with you their whole life, and then stuff, especially stuff like that, you know, it's like, damn.
To your baby. And no, what got me was, you know, so he's getting older. He's looking older. You see him, and the way he's laying down in the bed with them, and it was almost like they're waiting for something to happen to him. And that's why I was like, if something happens to him, I'm literally gonna break this TV. We were talking about that before. I would have tore the TV out the wall, threw it out the window. Like, no.
Don't do that to me. Yeah, I was expecting something really bad too. I was like, "Oh God, they're gonna kill the dog! Don't kill the dog!
Don't do this to me, man! I can't handle this right now."
Yeah. Oh man, so that was about it, man. Any other good trailers that you guys can think of? Yeah, that was the majority of them.
Everything else was just was the Flash. And,
the trailers.
Yeah, the trailers are only other good ones. I mean, we pretty. What's the other one with the dog when he was the family was going away and the dog was looking at them out the window and it came in with a kennel? I was like, are they about to put the dog in a kennel?
Oh yeah.
And they brought the little dog with them so he could have a companion while they're gone. And like after seeing that one commercial and seeing that made me like smile. I was like, all right, okay.
Yeah, that was another good one. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, they're gonna crate him or they're gonna give him away. I'm like, you bastards!
Exactly.
Give him the dog.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. But cool, man. I think that's it. Ready to move on to some of these trailers?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
cool.
So we get to Last of Us.
Yes. So if you're watching live, stick around. We got some other stuff coming up. There's a lot of show left. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Let us know what your favorite Super Bowl trailer was. Leave a comment. Let us know. Also hit that sub button, hit that like button, so you can come and check us out live and join in the chat live. But that's it for this one, and we are going to talk about some other stuff. Cool. So I figure we'll watch this Transformers one first, because that is just a game, the big game. It's a TV spot. So it's 30 seconds. Check that out real quick and then talk about it.
It was all a dream. Woo! The name's Mirage. Come on. Give me a little tap. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call the trip, same number, same hood. It's all good. Pull over! I'm not driving! Yeah. No. Relax. I'm Mirage, remember? And if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah, the Porsche. Well, that was it, man. It was really just...
It's just to remind you.
Just Mirage.
It was just a reminder, like, hey, Beast Wars. I don't care what it says, Transformers, Rise of the Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Just remind you. Like, everyone else is dropping their stuff, all these commercials, all these trailers and everything. They're like, and guess what? Beast Wars. And it's enough.
Yeah.
And walk away. Like, it's like saying that and dropping the mic and just walking away. You know what it is.
Yep.
And again,
not too many beasts in the trailer though, right?
Yeah.
No.
Just Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have one, that's what you want. You want Optimus Primal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you show him really quick. You know, you show him like what was that, like Machu Picchu or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like Machu Picchu. And then Bumblebee. A quick Optimus shot, and then a quick Optimus Primal shot, and then all the rest is Anthony Ramos and Mirage.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that was swag how he got out of Mirage and it was just walking.
That's very cool. That's pretty cool. But
You
is
can actually-
Mirage going to be? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm still in amazement. You could tell the robots apart still, like you could in Bumblebee. So refreshing to see. They don't look like rolled up, like just crumbled up pieces of aluminum foil.
You mad?
A little. Well, every single bad guy was like that.
Yeah, you could barely tell them apart in the Michael Bay direction.
Yeah, but they're black, so you knew they're bad.
Yep.
They were.
That's all
they
you
were
need.
dark. The bad aluminum foil. But this one's good. I like how he looks. Pretty okay. Not
It's
bad.
good. They're gonna have Mirage be the main one that's interacting with everybody instead of Bumblebee, so that's interesting. And
That's what it
I was
seems
gonna
like.
ask, how do you guys feel about that though? Like, do you want Bumblebee again, or somebody?
Not
new?
really. I'm kind of. There's so many there's so many Autobots and Decepticons, or so many Transformers in general. It's nice that other ones get the spotlight.
I'm hoping that Bumblebee moves up. Like instead of being the young one, the one interacting with everyone, he moves up and he's now like first lieutenant. So now like you give him a little bit more, you put some respect on his name. It's called me it's B, not Bumblebee. You don't know.
Well, this is a prequel, a prequel still, right? To
this is a
Michael Bay
continuation
one?
of this takes place in the 90s, from what I understand. So a
Yeah.
couple years after Bumblebee.
So right
Yeah.
after Bumblebee, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's still a prequel. So
It's a
yeah, I
prequel
don't
to
know.
the first Transformer,
To the original
Shia
ones.
LaBeouf Transformers, but it's goes right after the Bumblebee movie, right?
Well, Bumblebee kind of considered itself a soft reboot. So
yeah,
Maybe they don't even acknowledge the Shia LaBeouf ones.
Good.
Well, Shia LaBeouf wasn't the problem. It was once Shia LaBeouf, his third one was probably not good, and then once he left, it was all over. It just went downhill. Like
Marky Mark was bad. It was so bad.
I didn't even sit through the fifth one. I just couldn't take it anymore.
You and the rest of America.
Yeah,
good choice.
I think I checked out completely when Michael Bay dedicated a whole several minute scene in the fourth one trying to explain to the audience why statutory rape is okay.
I know what you're talking about too.
Oh,
that was just so gross. I was just trying to watch robots fight, dude.
When you get back to the source material. Robots fighting. Robots into the sky. I mean, come on, Transformers.
Yeah.
Robots in the sky. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if this is the new, none of that matters. That's all a different universe, whatever. And this starts off new, because where were the Beast Wars in the Michael Bay stuff if we're gonna do stuff like that? So if this is like you said, a soft reboot, I much prefer that.
Well, retcon it. Just say it doesn't it doesn't matter. None of that matters.
Yeah. So last two questions. One, how you guys like Pete Davidson as voicing Mirage, and are we gonna see Haley Steinfeld in this one?
As far as I can tell, Pete Davidson sounds fine. I don't have any gripes with his voice from what little we heard.
Is that the first time anyone's ever said that?
I don't mind Pete Davidson.
Yeah, that's the first. Hey, I'm agreeing with Brendan. I 100% agree with him. But it's probably the first time anyone's ever said I have no problem with Pete Davidson.
Even Ariana Grande didn't say that when she was dating him.
I'm sure people enjoyed seeing him get his face blown off in the first 5 minutes of Suicide Squad. Yeah, I never paid a whole lot of attention to Pete Davidson, so I'm not too bothered by him either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, his voice sounded fine. As for Haley Steinfeld showing back up, I wouldn't mind.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the plot would have any room for her just because this takes place in NYC. That one took place like in the late 80s in California, if I remember, like some small California town.
Like unless it's after credit scene or something like that, I don't see how she will fit in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she, is doing something over like back in LA or Cali when they're trying to help them.
Or
like,
maybe she's in school. Or she's in school or something like that. Simple as that.
Yeah, I can see a post-credit scene with her, and it sets up a third one with Anthony Ramos and Haley Steinfeld like together. That'd be kind of interesting.
That's exactly why I could see a after credit scene, but I just don't see in the movie. But whatever. If she's there, I'll be happy to see her. I just don't know if it's actually going to happen. And this movie has enough money to do it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, they usually make pretty good money, but I'm excited about it. But like you said, this one didn't show any of the whole beasts and stuff like that.
I mean, it wasn't even about that. I thought it was just don't forget about us. Everyone else is dropping their stuff. Don't forget about us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's all this was.
Yeah. TV spot, 30 seconds, nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm still gonna go check it out. Probably opening weekend, just because of the Beast Wars stuff.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I really liked.
I'll see you on Thursday.
I might have to go along because my girlfriend ain't. I can't pay her enough money to go see this because she hated the other ones, and then she's like, "I'm done."
Yeah, the third one was probably the first time since probably Battlefield Earth that I was like getting like visibly fidgety in the theater.
You've said that before, so I mean, the worst part about what he's saying is it's 100% true.
Yeah, like
exactly how I felt.
I was noticeably like who'd I go with? I went with a couple buddies, and they were like looking over and being like, "Are you okay?" Like that's how much I was like fidgeting and moving around.
He was like, "I'll go get popcorn." But we didn't get popcorn, but I will get us some popcorn anyway. Don't worry about it. Just sit down.
Come back an hour later. Where'd you go? I went to the other theater and got popcorn.
Exactly.
But yeah, June 9th it comes out. So yeah,
right around my birthday. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, trip. Show trip. Beast Wars. Let's go.
Nice. But cool, man. So if you're watching live, stick around. We're gonna talk about some other stuff. We still got a lot of stuff to talk about. If you're watching on replay, leave a comment. Let us know what you think about Beast Wars, Rise of the Beast, or Beast Wars, Transformers, Rise of the. They should just call it Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. That's what it is.
In my mind, it'll always be Beast Wars.
I mean, it's such a missed opportunity. Beast Wars is probably the best Transformer story ever told. Why would you not? Yeah, like why would you not? But whatever. Transformers: Rise of the Beast comes out June 9th. So let us know what you think about it. You think it's gonna be good? It's gonna be bad? Is it gonna continue that good Bumblebee stuff, or is it gonna go back to that Michael Bay, nonstop exploding every 2 minutes?
I'll maintain faith. We saw how good a Transformers movie can be when Michael Bay does not direct it.
Yeah.
And as long as he's not writing it, or I mean, as long as he's not directing it, as long as Aaron Kruger, who wrote like the last most of the Bay Transformers movies, as long as he doesn't write anything, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Dodge a bullet. Matrix.
Yep.
Matrix.
Yep.
Yeah. Just when they go to Michael Bay is like, just give us the money and we'll put your name on there and we'll do it right. So
yeah, I think he's
from minds that are not Michael Bay. That's what it says. For the minds that are not Michael Bay, we'll bring you Beast Wars.
Or from Michael Bay's pocket. Or from his wallet.
Oh, that's awesome.
But all right, Cool. Let's move on to another trailer. All right. So this one, maybe another tearjerker. It was just so Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They dropped a new trailer, a full trailer, about almost 2.5 minutes during the big game. But let's check it out and then we'll talk about it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. You left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
My sacred mission is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends. Incinerate them. We were always searching for a family until we found each other.
Are you ready for one last ride? We'll all fly away together
Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it off!
What? That was so black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
I like that.
Pretty good.
Pretty cool character development to see Gamora, or not Gamora, Nebula, like laughing. What's going on, Zach?
I don't know, man. I feel they all are going like this. I feel like I'm going to see Toy Story 3 vibes with them holding hands, walking to the incinerator. Like I feel that's what we're going to get. Like it's going to be too much, and I'm not with it. I'm going to go watch it immediately, but
100%.
I feel like this is going to happen. It's going to be super Toy Story 3 vibes, and I'm going to be like tearing up. It's like we'll see the dog commercial 15 times during this movie. This is what's going to happen. I feel it.
This is Gunn says this is basically going to be the end of an era. This is going to be the last one that we see, at least this iteration of the Guardians in. Obviously he's been teasing like at least one major character death. I think the trailer was kind of giving me like vibes that it's going to be Drax.
Oh, Drax is dead. Done.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. There was an article that came out saying Batista said like, "Oh, Drax will come back. Just I'm not going to be him anymore." So I was like, "Huh, okay, interesting." So I don't know.
Or maybe we were all wrong, and they all like Adam Warlock saves everybody. Like he spends most of the movie fighting everyone, and then right when they're ready to like go into the incinerator together, holding hands, he comes in, he saves everybody, and takes them up and saves everyone's life.
Yeah. I'm afraid, and I'm gonna be pissed off if they kill Rocket.
Me too. Rocket's my favorite Guardians character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're obviously going to show his origin. which is going to be tough to sit through if you're familiar with that character's origin. Like it's really, really messed up. So I'm not ready for that.
Yeah. It's good. It's gonna be rough to watch.
Yep.
I just like Rocket because he's the closest thing, even in the comic books. He's basically like Wolverine in raccoon form. It's like, and
no, he's not. He's so much smarter than Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, like that part, but like but they're both like rude and rash and very, very violent.
Very violent.
He is smart. He knows how to build shit. Wolverine, not as much, but like I feel like his character in the movies are just so it just fits, because he's a smart ass, he's a dick, but he still like loves everybody. He's just like one of the best characters in the movie, and it's like it's a talking raccoon. I shouldn't care this much about a CGI talking raccoon, but it's like he was the best.
Yeah,
I
thought they did great with him.
Honestly, I don't care at all. I think Peter Quill and Gamora are going to end up back together. I think Nebula might sacrifice herself for Gamora, so Nebula might die. I could see Bantis maybe sacrifice herself for Peter, that sibling thing, and then Rocket sacrifices himself for Groot. Like I could see that sibling complex and on losing one of them because of each one of them, and Drax is doing it first before anyone. He throws himself on the landmine first, so and then we end up losing 4, and then the other ones are so heartbroken that they're no longer the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're just off doing their own thing, and they always have the memories of being a guardian of the galaxy, and that's how they end it. And then it goes right to James Gunn says, "Now go see DCU." It's a fade to black.
I mean, there's gonna be some there has to be a few of them that stick around and reform the team.
Why?
That's my only thing. Because, what do you mean? Why?
Why do they need to be there?
Because they're always gonna be a Guardians team.
Do they have to focus on
it? They work better as an ensemble than a solo.
When they told me that the Fantastic Four is going to be cosmic, that made me feel like it was going to replace the Guardians in the cosmic realm. That means that we weren't going to have any more Guardians, and no need for it because we still have a family in space dealing with all those things. So because of that, I don't think that we going to have Guardians anymore. I think they're going to go away from that.
I don't know. I can see them still doing it, like keeping the band together type of stuff. And it's gonna. I think it's going to be one that we don't expect that might want to do it. I don't know, but like you said, Brian, I can really see any one of them sacrificing themselves to save any other of the other ones. It's just like because they're like a family, like you said at this point. So I don't know, man. I really have no idea where they're going to go with it. I just know it's going to be funny. It's going to have great music, and there's going to be some super, super sad moments. That's all I know for sure.
I think the only one that's going, the other's going to live, but the only one that's going to continue to be part of our story is going to be Adam Warlock. Everyone else is no longer going to be part of the story.
Yeah, I hope they don't treat Warlock as like a one-off character, because Marvel does do that from time to time.
I think he's going to be one of those guys that we're going to see him. Adam Warlock is going to need to be around, especially when we do Battlefield Earth and all that other stuff. Like I feel like Battleworld, I feel like he's going to be part of this, but he'll be part of a cosmic thing. But I don't think it's going to be with the Guardians. I don't think the Guardians are going to exist. Honestly, I honestly believe that they're going to disband them, basically. Not kill everybody off, but kill enough off that they don't want to deal with it anymore. And they're all going to focus on their own little story. Like Drax is happy to be with his family. I found my second family, and I was like, I'm happy to sacrifice myself for this. Rocket finds the other one that makes him complete, and Groot goes along with them or something like that. So they could go off and do their own thing. And Peter finally gets his happy ending somehow. Because he forms a new relationship with this new Gamora. So and Nebula sacrifices herself somewhere.
I see her and Quill kind of killing, like sacrificing themselves. We got Cold Lord. What's up, Cold Lords? Also, anybody watching, go check out Cold Lords, man. They do a bunch of stuff. They're on their way to 500, I think.
Yes.
And they're like a few away. They're like a couple away.
That's also like 496 or something like that. They're right there.
Yeah, go be their 500th. So, but they asked, do you think there will be some major death scenes or death in Guardians?
That's exactly what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, I know it's going to be somebody. I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be one. I feel like there's going to be more. I think
at least two.
Man, maybe three. Two, maybe three. Yeah. I mean, they're going to be.
That's like half the team.
But they're no longer going to be a team. They're not going to make another Guardians, especially without James Gunn. That's why I think that's where they're not going to make it without James Gunn. There's no need to.
I could see that.
So they'll still be there. They could be part of the ensemble when they're all trying to defeat Kang, Kang Gang, whatever. But just not to be the Guardians.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty hyped for this one. I know a lot of people are like, oh, whatever. I think it's gonna be pretty good. It might not tie into the overall like bigger picture much. I think it might somehow. Because right now we got to talk about like we got Gamora. Like, granted, it's a different Gamora, but they have to like talk about the multiverse there somehow, right? I mean, timeline issues. I mean, she's a variant at this point, right?
She causes incursions. You remember, and where they're going with Phase 5. With Deadpool, she causes incursions.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why her and Peter try to go off somewhere to hide from everyone from causing more incursions or problems.
I keep forgetting about the incursion thing. I mean, this movie might end with an incursion.
Exactly.
Yeah. By the way, fellas, Saturday. Yes.
Can't
Saturday.
wait.
So we are going to see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and those guys, Dane and JR, they are joining us. It's gonna be pretty fun. So I was trying to get all the group together, see how many people, but yeah, we're gonna get a nice private theater. I wouldn't mind doing a private theater for this one either, but I don't know.
I would love to do that, and maybe since you got this one, maybe I'll get that one, because I think that this I would like that.
Yeah. We'll see. I like the private theater experience. It's a fun. It's quiet. You kind of.
I'm just saying that
don't have to be as quiet.
Neighborhood AMC is fun.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, I enjoy it. So
yeah, but my mic keeps falling. I think my springs are finally crapping out on my mic stand. But yeah, man. Any last words on this one, guys?
Oh, I mean, I just want to know what everyone else thinks. I think we're gonna lose 2 to 3 deaths in this movie. I want to know what everyone else thinks. I mean, throw it in the comments if you watch this later. Tell us what you guys think. You think they're going to have a lot of deaths? Are we going to get a few, or is everyone going to be alive and they're going to be sucked to another multiverse? I mean, what do you guys think we're going to get in this movie? Let us know. Put it in the comments. Like the video, like the stream, and subscribe. So when we go live, you guys hear us. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see anything. I'm so excited for this one.
Yeah. Anything, Brandon?
Nope, same. I'm pretty excited. I love the first two. I was really excited to hear that they were making Guardians of the Galaxy back in, I think they announced it originally back in like mid to late 2012. It was late. It was late 2012 that they announced that they were making it, and I was really excited at the idea of them doing more of Marvel, like doing more obscure characters. And James, I really enjoy what James Gunn's done with it. Like, he's taken liberties, but they've proven beneficial. I like they ended up a great like leaps and bounds beyond how I thought it was going to be originally. I know a lot of people didn't much care for Volume 2. Personally, I loved it. There's my poster for it right there.
I love it.
But so yeah, I'm excited to see how Gunn brings everything full circle with this one.
Yeah.
Only thing I need is, I'm telling you, at the end he says, "Thank you for enjoying the ride with us. See you later in the DCU."
or we get the multiverse Kevin Bacon, which was awesome. That was good.
Hey,
I'll be
Kevin
cool with
Bacon
that.
should be everything. 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon should always be there. Come on.
If he's in everything, then you don't need 6 degrees. It's just
Exactly.
right there. But cool. Like Brian said, leave a comment, let us know. But if you're live, stick around. We're gonna talk about a bunch more other stuff. If you're on replay, thank you. And let's watch another trailer. All right. So our final trailer for the night is probably the biggest one, the biggest probably commercial for all the Super Bowl is The Flash. And I'm excited too because also they released it on YouTube in 4K. So we can see. Well, I know the stream it's limited at 720, but I get to watch this thing in 4K, which I didn't know they did that because they usually don't do that for a trailer. So I'm like, ooh, okay, because I like high def. I like high def, especially with something like this where there's a lot of details in the background. Like high def is really, really good. So I apologize, the viewers, you don't get to see it in 4K, but
terrible.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yeah, sorry. All right. But let's check it out and then let's talk about it because this one is it is a banger. Cool, man.
All right. So where do we even start? I don't even know where we start. I mean, first of all, I've said this for the last couple of weeks. Flashpoint is one of the greatest storylines ever created. And the fact that we're getting that's awesome. Then Michael Keaton Batman. Oh my God, dude. And it didn't disappoint at all. And even when he was kicking everyone's ass while going down, it was so good. It was so well done. It was so 90s with better special effects. So you actually could see what the hell was going on, but it was still dark.
Mm-hmm.
That was so good. I mean, I didn't even care that Ezra Miller was the person I was watching.
I did.
I mean, this is the one where we don't get Batfleck. You know, we're getting
Batfleck and Keaton.
Like, come on, man. This is pretty awesome. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So Kohler said, was that the motorcycle, the Bat motorcycle, the Christian Bale motorcycle? So a lot of people were saying that. And
from the Catwoman one that she was using.
It kind of looked like it from certain angles, but I don't think it was the no. That's clearly the Batfleck on there.
Yeah, that's Batfleck. And then also the one that Bale used was big wheels. One big wheel. This one. But I don't know if it's like trying to pay homage to it
Batfleck.
or trying to like, huh?
It looks like Batfleck.
Yeah, and it looks like Batfleck.
Yeah,
you know, with the head. But
yeah,
yeah, that was Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Ben Affleck. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's the one of the rumors is we're going to see a Christian Bale. I don't think we are. If we do, that'd be amazing. I will lose my damn mind. But Bale said he's done putting on that stupid costume.
Are you sure?
That's what he said.
All right,
he's
I think I can see Christian Bale coming in for the new Batman.
No, he won't do a movie. I don't see it.
I don't know. I can think of a couple of zeros that can make you change your mind.
That version of Batman was very much in its own, very much grounded universe. I'm not sure how much that lends itself to the more kind of fantastical.
To the new storyline.
No, I don't.
Especially with his son, and I'm just saying that I can see it. I mean, I'm just saying I can see Bale doing that. I mean, with the son, and we got the Batman Begins. We understand his connection to them and where he's been and all that stuff. I don't know about you guys. I can see Bale's Batman being that Batman.
Wouldn't that be several steps?
What you
no, because you already got Talia was introduced in the Bale Batman.
Exactly.
They had sex. She died, but did she really? No one ever really dies. So
I don't know. We don't know. She already had the baby. She already had the kid, and then he gets He finds out about the kid later after she's already dead. So him being there,
What? No,
Christian-
because that happened quick, didn't it? They had sex and then like she took over the town, and they had like weeks.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
we don't know
I-
how much
I think-
time was between. We don't have any idea how much time was in between.
Yeah,
I think Nolan very much had a specific plan in place when it came to like his grounded universe, and the character of Bruce Wayne had a definitive beginning, middle, and end in terms of his story arc, and kind of the whole goal was for Gotham to no longer need Batman and him retiring. So kind of to bring him back, I kind of feel like would kind of undo all that.
Couldn't you do that just with saying it's his son? He came back because of a son.
Why would you though?
Because you could. And then
Maybe.
because the
why
idea
not
is
go
not,
with Keaton though? Why not go with Keaton?
I don't know. I just feel like because you haven't introduced any of those characters, and Keaton's been around for all that time, and then
You don't need to introduce any of those characters.
Keaton is 50-something years old, and the Batman they were talking about is going to be like 37, 38.
No, they're saying they went old. They said they went old.
He said old, but while I was reading said old 38. Like
Yeah, like it's
just
gonna,
like 40.
it's gonna be it's gonna be like a Batman.
How old do you think
who's
Michael
gonna-
Keaton is?
He's over
like,
50.
He's almost 60.
He's like he's 71.
No, he's not. He is
Yes, he
not
is.
71. Get
Yes,
the
he
F out of
He
here.
was a grown adult
I-
in 92, Tank.
Yeah, IMDb it.
That's 30
Yeah,
years
holy
later.
shit.
Like,
Mhm.
how is
Yeah.
how are you use a 70 old man like that? He can't be him. It could only been Batfleck, or it could have been Bale, or a new Batman.
Yeah,
It's probably
they're
most likely it's gonna be a new one. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're gonna go like a reasonable age that has enough like longevity to be in this franchise for at least X amount of years, 10, 12 years probably. We're probably looking at.
That's why I said 38. 38 is 38 to 40. That's where
Yeah.
that's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
what
don't
I'm
s-
thinking.
Batfleck ain't doing it.
No,
he
he's not-
barely
he's
wanted to do
definitely
it
not doing
in the first. He barely wanted to do it in the first place.
No,
He looked
I
so
think
over it in Justice League.
He liked the idea. He was over where they were going and their decisions and all the other crap. He was done with that.
Well,
But then, I'm telling you, Bale, he hasn't had a franchise that has done it since then. And can he come back and do another franchise with make $2 billion again? And then the focus is that he
It'll be
could be
good.
around and not be the focus on him anymore because you had the entire family, introduced the entire family doing that. I'm just saying, don't believe.
I mean, then
that
what
he
do you
won't
bring?
do it.
Do you bring back?
You don't have to bring back anybody.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
You don't have to bring anyone else back.
He became Robin at the end, or he became the new Batman technically.
But that's
What if Joseph Gordon-Levitt is the new Batman? Because he passed it down to him already, which was already all stupid.
And then he just said, "I never became Batman. I became
Robin,
Yeah,
and then
or-
became Nightwing."
Nightwing, yeah, he became Nightwing.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot more sense for Nightwing. I don't see it as Batman.
Yeah. But I don't think it's Bale. It'll be cool, but I don't see it happen. I think it's gonna be somebody brand new. It's gonna be somebody new.
That's what I'm kind of leaning towards.
Yeah,
New
but I would like
actor.
to see Bale in here. I think that would be cool because it'll be something small and like really more of a like, hey, look at that, rather than actual plot point. But
I don't think he'll do anything that small. But then I said that I could say that, but
yeah,
you look what they did in Love and Thunder.
Well, I think he was promised a lot more, and they're like, and we're gonna cut all that.
Yeah, how dare you hire an actor of his caliber and then give him 10 minutes of
So there
screen
you go.
time?
Gore the babysitter. I still gotta make something up.
Love and Thunder.
Well, that was the last time he was good.
This was Endgame.
Oh,
This
yeah.
Endgame.
Infinity War. Because Endgame he was fat.
Oh, you're right. He's Fat Thor.
Yeah. So it was, Infinity War. But Color said, I think a huge surprise would be if they have a third Batman. What if you saw Michael B. Jordan Batman from I Am Batman? I would still like to see Michael B. Jordan. He wasn't supposed to be Batman, or he wasn't supposed to be Superman.
Yeah, I'd rather him be Superman than Batman personally.
But was he supposed to be Superman, or he was just producing it?
Oh, he was going to be Superman.
He was going to be Superman.
Yeah,
which I mean, I'm cool with that. Do that that multiverse version of Superman.
Yep,
that'd be cool. But man, I don't know. What do you think about this whole who's the is there a bad guy, or is it more of fixing the situation rather than defeating the bad guy? Like, is that what we're gonna have?
There's definitely a bad guy, Ezra Miller himself. Ezra Miller.
You're not wrong when Ezra Miller versus Ezra Miller.
He's the
I was like,
he's
we
the
got
biggest
two of
menace of them all right now.
We got two of them, and we really don't want any.
Yeah, they had to knock this trailer out of the park because the whole success of the movie depends on you forgetting what a trash human being he is.
What if they made Ezra Miller Reverse Flash?
Wouldn't be too much of a stretch, would it?
And just made him into the bad guy from the beginning. Made him to the bad guy and just went with it.
Right. I mean, after this, they're done with Ezra Miller. They're done.
Yeah.
Like,
you're the only one saying that.
No.
Planet Fanatics just said it. John Campea, there's no way they can keep him.
John Campea, I was watching. He said it depends on how much money it makes.
He said it doesn't matter. He said it doesn't matter how much money it makes. He goes, he's done. Like, you cannot keep him.
As problematic as he is, it doesn't matter how much it makes. They're gonna.
Anyone who says it doesn't matter how much it makes doesn't understand how much it could make.
Because he's
$2 billion changes your entire everything. $2 billion. Billion? When you you can't make 300 million, and you got, and then how much
you're gonna sacrifice everything because you might make some more money with him. The only reason people are kind of accepting of it is because, like, hey, this movie's already been done, so might as well get it. If they decide to keep him after all the shit he's already done, that's not worth $2 billion. That's not worth $3 billion. That's not worth your studio because you will lose DC. You will
exactly
lose DC.
What I'm saying.
There's so many people on Twitter right now that are like, if you keep Ezra Miller, they're done.
I'm telling you what, they say that about everything. All the people on Twitter, they say that about everything. You don't bring me back. What's his name? Then Zack Snyder. You're losing everything. They say that about everything.
I mean, you already got half of the fan base gone.
Money changes everything, and it's Warner Brothers.
But
you guys really believe in Warner Brothers, and they give you no reason to believe in them.
It's a different team.
Oh my gosh!
Even if the money does
the same thing.
Even if the movie does shatter records, look how it'll probably be under the nostalgia factor, the fact they're heavily pushing Batman, especially Michael Keaton as Batman. It's not really going to have a whole lot to do with Ezra Miller. Yeah. Even in this trailer, he was kind of, he was more or less, even though he was kind of like the focal point at the same time, he was kind of sidelined. That was all Batman, two versions of Batman, and then Supergirl.
Literally, and the Flash is, the Flash is the third best character in this trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, as I said, Michael Keaton is 7 years old, so that doesn't mean anything. They're not going to continue the storyline with him. Supergirl is going to have her own thing, so that you already know that. So she's going to continue on. And I'm just telling you, $2 billion changes things. And you guys believe in Warner Brothers.
Hey,
you know what I believe in? I believe in they care about money more than they care about movies. So believe what you want. Yeah, they care about money, and they've shown it to me forever.
I don't, but Ezra Miller is not the guy you continue with.
You're not putting all your eggs in the Ezra Miller basket. He's still the Flash. He's not. He's a one-off that might make you $1 billion, and they might say it's a one-off that might make me $1 billion. And so I'm just saying.
But is he the main draw here, or is Michael Keaton's Batman?
Oh, Michael Keaton. In my opinion, is Michael Keaton Batman. But it doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters what Warner Brothers says.
But even Warner Brothers thinks that. Look at all the trailers. You have little teeny Flash in the Batcave on one poster. You literally have the Batman poster, which is our thumbnail, part of our thumbnail right now. That's the big trailer. That's the big poster. Like Warner Brothers know, like we cannot have Ezra Miller front and center
Warner
for
Brothers
this stuff.
doesn't know nothing.
You think
Zaslav really believe it?
Man. Zaslav knows what he's doing, and he
does he really
do it. Yes,
does he? You really? All right, guys.
Where has he failed? You know what I mean? Like this is a little bit different.
He's never had this type of thing. He's never failed when you're doing real life stuff. This is a total fantasy world. I'm telling you, money talks. They have a lot of people that they have to shareholders and all this other crap, and money changes everything. And hopefully we don't have to find out. But I'm telling you, if it finds all this money, you can be like, I can't believe they fill in the blank. And I'm gonna tell you, the fill in the blank came when the check came in as being $2 billion.
Yeah, I don't see it happen. It could probably it's gonna make a buttload of money because this trailer looks amazing, and Michael Keaton, hearing the music. You know, Supergirl I thought was really awesome, even though you have a bunch of people like, oh, she's supposed to be blonde. Like, shut up. Like she was awesome. Like with her suit and all that stuff flying by, like here, you know, like that's cool. That's pretty cool. You know, I like it. But Ezra Miller wasn't the focal point of this trailer.
It doesn't matter if it's his movie and he makes that much money. Because
if that's the case, call it Batman Flashpoint, because you'll make way more money that way. You make way more money calling it Batman the Flashpoint.
Exactly. You're making my point.
They're
calling the Flash. So it's still based on the Flash. So they're still allowing. They could have changed the name of the movie at any point in time and kept it that way, but they didn't, because if it makes money, they're going to keep Ezra Miller.
But it's not called Flashpoint. You know that, right? It's called The Flash.
The Flash. Yeah. It's just the Flashpoint storyline.
That's the storyline, but you can call it Batman : or
but they
Flashpoint.
Didn't. So that's my
or
point.
The Flashpoint paradox.
And if they makes all this money, they call it The Flash. The Flash made $2 billion, and then you guys have so much more belief in people, and I'm telling you that they don't care about any of that stuff. They care about money.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't.
And I think
Batman's gonna make this a lot of money, not the problematic actor.
Yeah, I really believe you guys are splitting hairs, and you just don't think they do this stuff all the time.
Not to this extent, though, man. Not to this extent.
Yes, it does. They just get swept under the rug. We just don't know about it.
But
now we know about it.
We know about it.
But it's going to be time against away, and he's going to say, "Oh, if you fall this line, and you don't have any more mess ups, and then we're going to do it." They're going to piecemeal him back into the story if they make this money. And it's just like you guys don't believe it. I'm saying these things happen. This is what they do.
But you have to think.
He pretends to be a good guy for a little bit, and then he can go back to being Ezra Miller in 3 years.
You have to think
and
about
then make a movie again.
No, I'm saying he can make the movie, and they say, okay, now we got the money out of you, and then they'll get rid of him. But I'm telling you, if it makes a lot of money, this guy's not going away.
But isn't that what they're doing right now? Like, be good for a little bit and make the money, and then go be a crackhead again.
And if he does it successfully, I'm telling you, they will put as much money into. They'll try him out, and they're not stupid. So what they'll do is they'll put him in a rehab. They'll give him.
He's already in all that.
I bet you they're paying for it too. And my point is that they will do whatever they can to make this work. If they makes that money, and he's engaging, and people like him,
that'll end up hurting things for them in the long haul.
That's what I think.
I think you guys
really underestimate if people like him. No one likes him.
No one likes him.
And you guys underestimate the power of the dollar.
Well, you can't just kind of, some of the things that he's been doing, you can't just kind of sweep that under the rug. It's not like he accidentally spilled a glass of milk.
You can't. if you pay everyone off. Guys,
there's not.
Guys
it's out in the world, man.
It doesn't matter if the court cases go away. If it goes away,
there's video of him choking and throwing a woman down on the floor. Like video still out.
Where? Have you seen it?
I can pull up right now.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it.
I'm telling you, they're getting rid of all this. All right, we'll see. We will see. And
the movie's gonna do well.
I'm saying, look, Larry, I'm literally not going to say anything. That I'm like, because I don't believe in people. I believe in. I know what they think about money, and money is all thing that matters. And if they make $2 billion, he'll be back.
But then what are you going to do in 3 years? He starts acting up again. Now you got to start filming another movie. Then what?
I don't have to answer that. I'm telling you what they're going to do.
Why not? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that they're idiots and they're assholes and they don't care about any of that stuff. They're gonna try to keep them under wraps and they'll even gotta give them a babysitter. I'm telling you, this is what they fucking do. And it's just like this is what people don't care. They don't care about how good or bad a person has to be. They don't try to believe that they can change them. Everyone believes they could change you. I'm the one that's going to be able to change this, and I'm going to make all the money because I did it. Everyone believes it. I'm telling you, it happens all the time.
Now, I don't think not anymore, man. Now with social media, because you get canceled, you're canceled forever. Like once you're actually canceled, not like, oh, they're going to cancel me. No, once you're actually canceled and people don't like you, like you're done, man. And it doesn't matter. Like ask all hundreds of YouTubers. It's like there's people who like love and had their fan bases. They did something stupid.
Yeah, but
then that's it.
I've also seen people that turn around and can do. I don't want to say people's names, but that are still there. That you can say whatever you want to say, and we're good. I don't want to say what I want to say. Never mind. I'm just gonna tell you, it's possible. You can do whatever you want. You can do it. You can get caught doing whatever and still become president of the United States. So my point is, I'm telling you, any of this stuff is possible. You guys are telling me it's not possible. It is. You can say what you think is not possible, and then you're gonna get there. You'll be like, wow, they did it anyway. It's not about us thinking that it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that there's ways around it, and until I believe in their moral capacity, I gotta say.
I'm not even worried about moral capacity. I'm thinking about money, like you. And I was like,
$2 billion changes. They're gonna be like, well, guys, we haven't made $2 billion in like 10 movies. Let's try to see what we could do with this dude.
I mean, how much money are you willing to waste just on him?
$20 million.
You think that's enough money?
Possibly.
I mean, a babysitter alone is $20 million. Just a babysitter. Then you got social media, you got PR people. You got to make sure you're quiet.
$20 million for a babysitter. That's you can pay a U.S. Marshal to be his babysitter and pay him $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do a lot of stuff and make him sign an agreement to like he loses all his house and all this stuff and he has to pay back. You could do anything like that. And I hope you guys are right. I am not a believer. I believe that you could do anything in this world and they're going to try to push you through.
I'm very confident I'm right in this situation.
I'm because I'm thinking about money, and money is like you don't pick the horse that everyone doesn't like. You know what I mean? Like no one likes him. He's already
picked the horse that makes the money.
If it does,
and it's all about what have you done for me lately.
Mm-hmm. Wait until we get more promotion for this movie. You're not going to see him at the forefront. It's going to be all about Batman, and that's going to be the main selling
matter.
Yes, it does.
But who's selling the movie? Keaton and Sasha, whatever her name is, Supergirl.
Sasha, whatever.
You can't say Sasha, whatever her name is.
Yeah, you can. You can't pronounce her last name.
If you
can't pronounce her last name.
Say that's not Ezra Miller, who we know his name. You can't say that. Like it doesn't. Guys, all right, we'll see.
What's up, bigger for come right at the right time.
What's going on, buddy?
We will see.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see any other big kind of people saying that they're going to keep him. I mean, there's that one article that came out, and then I know like John Campea like went on that giant crazy rant like a crazy man.
Second chances, I'm telling you, and that's what they're going to preach. They're going to preach.
He's already had a second chance.
They're going to preach. He's finally turned it, and we really want to give him the opportunity to see if he can do it. And they'll put it all on him. And then if he happens to stay clean for a couple of years, then they're going to try to release a movie. But this is all contingent of making $2 billion, which is a whole heap a lot of money. That's a whole heap a lot of money. My point is that it has to be an ungodly amount of money that makes you just say, I can't avoid this thing. That's what I'm saying.
A really, really good chance it's going to break a bill. I really believe that.
As we said, Wakanda Forever almost made a bill. If it would have released if it would have released in China at this right time, yes, it would have made a bill.
It made $12 million in China.
If it was released in the right time, it made the money.
Months ago, when COVID was even worse,
it had nothing to do with COVID. It had everything to do with not being during the time. People were able to see it anyway. They were still sneaking it in. Like it has nothing to do with COVID.
It's new for them. Yeah, I mean,
no, it's been out for 8 months. So like 6 months. You know, that's so you've already had opportunities to see it. So it's like you released it in the movie theater, but it's like, okay, I already saw it. Just because it wasn't released here in the movie theaters doesn't mean we didn't see it. The internet is everywhere. You know, you can get pirated signals and figure it out. Trust us, we can do it. So that's why I'm just saying there's gonna be a lot of movies that make $1 billion. I mean, but if it makes 2, that's what I'm saying that we could change it. This argument might change, and we'll see. And don't get me wrong, I don't want Ezra Miller. I don't, but I do believe in the power of the dollar, and I think people care more about that than they care about a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you there. Like money, speaks, but also future money, I think, speaks louder.
If then that's exactly what I was gonna say. If he made this much money and we can continue this flashpoint, why not try again one more? I'm telling you that one more
at the cost of the next all those 10 movies that James Gunn just announced, because all those would just bomb, guaranteed.
All they have to do is say it's not part of the DCU.
I don't think it matters at that point. All over Twitter already, the Zack Snyder people are already like saying F all that stuff. Now you do that, now you're gonna get all the rest of the people who
hopefully,
like Brandon says, like, I don't want to see him on screen anymore.
Hopefully, and we'll see, and they'll test it, and America is America, and we'll see. And they will test out the market, and they'll do their studies. They'll figure it out, but not to mention that they will try. They will try to go figure it out. I'm telling you, money matters so much.
It's definitely gonna be curious going forward with what DC decides to do, but I don't
think it's gonna be a DC thing. I don't even think it's gonna be a DC thing. It's gonna be a Warner Brothers thing.
See, but that's what Zaslav lets his people run their shit. Every time he puts people in charge, he doesn't do a Bob Chapek thing. He's like, you're in charge, you make the decisions. He's always done. He's always done that.
And you haven't done it with $2 billion. Money changes everything. You're like, oh, he's done it with $300,000, $300 million, so that matters. It doesn't. It's not the same situation. It's just not.
I mean,
people change, but money changes everything. It always does.
Yeah.
But it always does.
We're not going to see Ezra Miller on the red carpet. I don't think that's going to happen.
I probably agree with that.
And we're going to see Keaton, and all the posters are going to be Supergirl, are all going to be Batman, and there's going to be
no one's going to care about Supergirl
few
yet. No one's going to care about Supergirl yet. You got to see if she does a great job. That's what's going to.
I think she looked cool enough. I mean, you already got all the people like, she's not blonde and blue eyes.
Exactly. People are already upset about it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that matters. I think if she does a great job, then the continuation of it is what it is.
I don't even think she stays. I think she's gone too after this. I think it's gonna be a brand new Supergirl.
But once again, not if it's $2 billion, Tank. Everything changes. All the rules change.
Why not keep Keaton at that point? 71. Who gives a shit? Like, you just gotta.
He literally can't physically do it.
Shit, you just gotta stand. You don't gotta like jump off the building. Like you just stand there and say, "I am Batman," and then all right, double.
I don't think any movie will work with that. Just, I don't think.
You know, I mean, that's all this trailer is. This trailer, without the entire trailer stopping, focusing on Batman, and then him saying, "I am Batman." That's what this trailer is. Mm-hmm. Everything else is cool. That is the best part of this trailer.
I honestly, guys, I hope.
Because we had it.
I hope you're right. But guess what? I'm telling you guys, money changes things, and we're not the target people. We're not the people that matter. We're not. It's the people that are going to go. And if it spends all those people go to spend that much money, they'll do it again.
Mm.
And just let's say we'll see.
See, all you're doing is make me not want to go see this movie, and I really want to fucking see this movie. But not because of Ezra Miller.
I just don't believe in people, man. That's all. I just don't believe in people.
You know, like I want to see Aquaman because I want to see Momoa as Aquaman. Like I want to see Shazam because Zachary Levi, whatever he might have done recently, I still thought he was good enough. But like you said, see, he never said anything too crazy that they were able to sweep down the rug. He said some crazy shit recently. I'm talking about within the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
You know, said and done shit. You know, but they're able to sweep that under the rug because it's not that big. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get caught choking a woman down to the ground. You know?
Yeah.
But
grooming kids.
Yeah, literally breaking into their house.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, all you have to say, I don't even want to start to defend him. I don't want to. I'm telling you that they can do things, guys. Like they can say stuff. It's making me so like I don't want to talk about it anymore. But I'm telling you, like people say drugs. Oh, he was addicted and he's gotten help. And this is a place in America that we believe in second chance. I've heard this crazy crap all the time. It's possible. That's what I'm saying. Let's move on. I hate it because I don't want to even believe it. But I know how it works. America is not what we see it is. It's not what you think it is. It's about what you can make happen, and it's about money, and that's what it really is. Yeah. So it's just, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's almost like that, like all press is good press type of attitude, and like so it's like so therefore it's gonna bring in money. And bringing people talking about
Someone's going to talk about it, and then they're going to go, even if they want to boycott it.
Yeah.
It's not good things, but I'm just telling you, that's how stuff happens. So,
yeah.
I won't support it. They don't need my dollar.
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably check it out once. Usually, if it's a good movie, I'll check it out multiple times. And even if this is a great movie, which I think it might be a great movie, I'll probably still only check it out once because I don't want to support it like that. You know, like the last, like Black Panther, I saw like 3 times. Black Panther #1, not Wakanda Forever. Brian saw it like 5 times in the theaters.
I see them all. I see them all the time. Because you know what?
Yeah.
I don't. Once again, money speaks volumes. So if I want another black movie, I believe you guys support. I'm telling you, money is what matters. It's what matters. Doesn't matter what the studio thinks. They think if it makes money and that means people went and saw it, then they could follow the same exact formula and make that money again. And say he was addicted to drugs and we got him help and all the other crap. I don't even want to say it because if they use this thing and they do it, I'm gonna be upset, but I'm gonna be sitting the whole time like, this is America, man.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah. That's all you gotta say.
Like,
this is America. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So yeah, that kind of went. So wait, a big Ford Entertainment said agreed. So I mean,
I've seen crazy things, man. I've seen some crazy things. Like, there's no way this is going to happen. You really just turned off half the population and didn't matter. So just like I've seen the videotapes of stuff and people walk away. I've seen these things in the last 20 years. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes. I experienced it, and they've changed the narrative. So I'm just telling you it's possible. And I don't want it to be possible. So that's why I don't even want to be on that side. But I'm just telling you, we can't be naive, because if you're naive, it's going to happen. You need to recognize that it can happen so it doesn't.
Oh man, I get what you're saying. I understand. I completely understand what you're saying. I just,
as soon as we say, "Oh, this is not possible," I'm like, "All right, I know where we're headed now."
Yeah.
I can see it now. All right.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, that got derailed. I mean, that's what happens when you got like something great, and then then you have like a very controversial problem in this great thing. It's like, what happens next?
Yep.
So
they didn't want to put any marketing in behind it, and they wanted to release it straight to a streaming service. They could have done that and saved $100 million, but they wanted to make money. So that means money does matter. So if you're going to tell me money matters on one hand, and they're not going to tell me that lots of money matters even a lot more, then I'm just going to say I think you're wrong.
You have to remember they filmed this movie almost 2 years ago. They've already went through the trouble of shooting it and spending all this money.
And they put more marketing into it now, and they didn't have to.
They have to. They shot themselves in the foot with the constant delays.
Yeah.
This was supposed to come out last year.
And I'm telling you guys, just don't. Man, all right. Look,
we're gonna have to
listen to me. It's a public service announcement. If you don't believe it's going to happen, you might be the problem because you're going to forget it. And then next thing you know, it happens, and we're like, "How did we get here?" And I'm like,
"See, no, that's I know how we get there." And that's the thing, because like you just follow the money. Like whenever anybody's like, "I don't get it," it's like, "Where's the money? Where's the money?" That's the only question you need to ask. So like I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying hopefully they know better, because if they know better, because they're looking at money. But I get what you're saying. They're looking at money now, but you're also looking at losing a lot of money within the next 10 years. So what do you want to do?
If they don't believe that they can follow the same timeline, they don't believe that this guy's going to carry them or not. They could just be banking on James Gunn doing the money, and this guy just, bringing them another $1 billion.
If they make another Flash movie with Ezra Miller, it ain't making $1 billion.
If they bring Michael
after
Keaton
this
back,
one,
or what if they bring another star? Well, they work with Michael Keaton. Let's bring in
like Christian Bale.
Fill in the blank.
I mean, how much changes with agents? Michael Keaton's agent didn't know all this Ezra Miller shit in 2021, or no? I mean, he would have had to sign in 2020 at least, if not sooner, because they started filming at the beginning of 2021, so like 2 years ago. So,
I'm just saying, money changes even that attitude. I'm not doing this movie for $2 million or 20. Oh, maybe
20% of the profits in the theater. But
ask the Live Golf tournament. Like, I'm not doing this. They're terrible to people. Oh, how much money?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, things change. But whatever.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Last one. That's why we don't get as many black movies as we did in the 90s, because they stopped making money. Yeah.
Whenever it starts making money.
Yeah.
Please, let's just go a different topic. I don't want to agree with it. I don't want to happen. I just feel like if we don't acknowledge that it's possible, then we are doomed to repeat the same stuff that we've seen before. Acknowledge it doesn't matter. Or don't make sure it doesn't make $2 billion. Make sure. I'm not going to see this 3 times. I'm not. I'll wait.
Yeah. I'm kind of reluctant to give it any of my money. I can't in good conscience.
There's a lot of people that are like you that are just like, I'll pirate it. I don't want to give it money.
The dude hurt kids. That's something I take very seriously.
It's not like something that, with everything you're saying, totally agree. But it's not me that you got to convince. It's to make other people to make sure they don't make that milestone. They can't not make money. That's what it has to be. It has to not make money. There are a lot of bad people everywhere that have money that will go support something. I'm just.
Yeah. I mean, you also get a lot of people that don't follow the news, so they don't know all this Ezra Miller stuff. Same thing with like Wakanda Forever. There's a lot of people who didn't know the Chadwick stuff and all the other kind of like.
You know
stuff
how many people
so,
I heard in Wakanda Forever? I was in Naperville and I heard his father and daughter said, "So Chadwick Boseman's not in this movie?" My mind went, "What?"
I would have been like, "Are you dumb?"
No, but it's not their world. That's not the world they live in. That doesn't matter to them.
Yeah, I mean that or like I know a lot of people who just don't watch the news. You know what I mean? Like don't watch news and don't really. They stay away from a lot of social media stuff like that. You know, and more people are staying away from news cycles and stuff like that. You know, for whatever reason. So, you know, I mean. Especially if you're just a normie. If you're just a normie and you're just like, oh, I love the last one, and then come in and you're like, wait a minute, you know, like, yeah.
Just saying, let's just have a public service announcement. Just know that it's possible, and let's make sure it doesn't happen. Because I'll be very frustrated if in July we're talking about this, and I'm like, I told you so. I will be so sad, but it is what it is. We'll see.
Yeah. All right, but yeah. Oh man, and I feel like I need to cut that up into two, just the trailer and then Ezra Miller. All right,
I feel like I was a proponent for Ezra Miller. I don't like him. It's just I don't want it to do well. I don't want them to do this, but I do believe that people don't care about other people. I think they care about money a lot more than they care about people.
Oh, 100%. That I get the money argument. 100% get the money argument. You know, but. We'll see, man. We will see. I mean, this is definitely something that's going to be talked about throughout all the summer. Every time they release a trailer, as they release the movie, red carpet events, stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to be a nonstop kind of topic for a while. At least for us in the movie comic book world.
They're going to have Ezra Miller on every red carpet. Anytime he's doing things, just apologizing about his apologies and his apologizing, trying to make him to a sympathetic figure, not realizing if anyone read what he did, you wouldn't even want him around.
I think that's why you don't bring him around, because out of sight, out of mind. If he's not there, you can't look into the shit he's saying.
But people won't even read it. People won't even read. People don't read. They don't care unless it's on the front page.
That's all you do is throw the video up. I mean, he's made a bunch of videos. Brandon's dying here.
I hope you're right. I'm just gonna say, I am a lot more cynical than you guys are.
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's move on to our last topic. And let's
I actually want to talk about. Yes.
Yeah, let's get into the actual good thing. All right, but yeah, let's move on to their stuff. All right. All right. I know Brandon's like, I'm done. Like, wake me up when you guys are done arguing.
I just don't believe in America. That's just what it is. I believe that we shouldn't. It shouldn't happen, and I believe it will, just because it shouldn't.
Yep. And that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Kinda. Yeah. I get. I'm right there with you too, Knox. I'm just trying to move on. Yeah. from that, but kind of what you're saying with, like, at least with money, is also power, because in The Last of Us, it doesn't matter about the people, it matters about the power. Obviously, money isn't a thing in a post-apocalyptic world. No one gives a shit about you have $1 million when, you know, no one can buy bread. You know, like, it don't matter. So it comes over with power, like power over other people, stuff like that. So, which is this character, the main character, a brand new character. I didn't know she was in the game. I thought they might have changed her up.
She's not in the game at all.
Oh my god, what's her name?
Oh my god, I had her name all the time. I talk about that idiot. I forgot what her name is, but this is when Brandon usually steps in.
I know. I was like, you know the names.
Which movie?
The crazy chick from Last of Us.
Melanie Linsky.
Melanie Linsky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her character, Kathleen. There you go. Thank you, Knox. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
You know, where power is kind of her thing. You know what I mean? It's like nothing else matters. You know, I don't care what this person did or why they did it. I just want my power over somebody else.
Was it power or was it revenge?
It was definitely revenge, but also it was like she saw the ground shaking and like we'll deal with that later. Like,
yeah,
what?
But it had nothing to do with her having to have power over them. I feel like she was so hurt by.
Well, she sent the entire city, her entire little army after one dude. Like it's one dude. Get over it.
No,
like,
but it's
like,
she explained it in the show though, right? You know,
yeah, she did.
No, he was their leader, and he even explained it. He was a good man, someone that he will follow to the depths of hell, and he gave him up for his brother, because he has leukemia, and for him not to have to deal with it. And she was so lost in her grief that she was only about, I need revenge. Even with the whole armies willing to follow her because she made things happen because of her revenge. She's not a good person at all. She even says, I'm not a good person. I would do things, that no one else would do, but she's doing it all because she was so hurt and that she only cared about revenge. I wonder if she would have got there, what she would have done. If she got her revenge, was she just done? That would be interesting too.
But that's why, like even I said, like I think she's power hungry, and the revenge part pushed her over the edge. Same thing, like I think the revenge might have sparked the power, like hungriness of it, because the revenge is what was the main reason, which I 100% agree with. But then after that, it was just like, oh, I can control this. I control a whole city. Like what, like whatever I say they do.
I thought she thought it was cool, but it didn't matter as much because she could have had more control and more power than anything if she wasn't going after them. She could have done more with it. I think she was only thinking about, I lost my brother. He meant the most to me. She didn't care that she was in control of everything. She didn't care that she was in charge. She's just using him as a tool. I want to go kill this kid. I want to kill him. And that's the only thing I care about. And she was so blinded by rage, she didn't even realize the power was a tool. That's not something she was actually looking for. She didn't care. It was just a tool for her to get what she wanted, and that's to kill him. Because she was totally content with following her brother. She wasn't trying to get power hungry then. She didn't want more power from him. She just wanted her brother, the one who took care of her and made her feel like everything in the world is right. That's all in what they did with this episode, because this was a faceless army in the game. Really, it's just a militia. And what they did, they humanized it. They gave it a face, and they gave you emotions, and I'm trying to understand why this person is doing these bad things because of their emotion and the things that they had to deal with, and who her brother was to her, and even to everyone, because everyone acknowledges he was a great person.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the leader of the resistance, that he was going to do it right. And I think that is kind of the whole idea. I understand that she had the power, but I didn't think she cared about the power as much. She wanted to find this one person and kill him.
Yeah. Like she used the power for her revenge.
And once she had her revenge, I don't know what she would have done, because she wouldn't have been as driven anymore. And that's what they were all attracted to, her, how much she wanted to drive, how driven she was for this one purpose. I don't think she would have cared as much.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because they already killed all the rats. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm. What were they called? What were they called? The informants?
Communicators. What are they called?
No, not the.
No, the people that would like rat to the government.
Who Henry was? What do you call him? What Henry called himself?
Yeah, I don't remember. And then Joel was like, "Oh,
collaborator.
It
was a collaborator." Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah. But she
was
played
on finding Henry, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter, because if she wanted to solidify her army, she would have said, "Let's start to figure out what's going on with these sounds. Let's start to figure out this army. I can still find Henry. We'll still keep the perimeter up, but let's start to solidify our power. Let's make sure that I can control this city. She didn't care about control the city. She wanted to find Henry. She wanted to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, because like the one thing she did that was, because it's like you want to slap your like self in the head. You're like, what are you doing? You know, where like literally in the street as everyone's dying, and she's like, oh no, I'm still gonna kill you. You know?
Yeah.
It's
Just
like
laser sighted on just that.
Yeah, like, hey, how about you turn around and deal with that?
Yeah.
You know, she's like, I don't care about it. So yeah, the power thing was kind of.
And then she gets killed by that little kid clicker. Like, really?
Yeah. But kudos to that little kid, because she's I think she was Olympic or not Olympic gymnast. She was a gymnast.
She had
and
me. She was flipping through that the van like.
Yeah, and she was like some like world winning contortionist. I think I read too. So she was that was freaky, man. Like a kid clicker.
Yeah, I'll be done.
Yeah, that was really freaky.
And then what's the big thing? The big monster? What's it called? Like the colossal one.
Bloater.
Is it bloater?
I think
I think that's right.
Is it bloater?
A bloater.
Yeah.
He's a bloater. And the fact that the bloater got his hands on was it his name Perry? Was his name Perry?
Yeah.
And he ripped his head off. The bloater ripped Perry's head off. Oh my god.
Yeah. That was nasty. I was expecting to like explode or something. He ripped it off. It was like, oh god.
Yeah. That's a little bit too much.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, but also it was like her revenge pretty much destroyed the city, because she took the whole army to go kill this one guy, and was it his son or his brother?
Brother.
It was his little brother, right? Okay.
So Henry. So it was interesting. So even with the Henry Sam thing, Henry was like a reflection of them, right? It was just like looking at Joel, and how he's feeling for Ellie and stuff, and seeing someone who only cares about protecting this one person, and seeing how it could work, how it could be, and it was so many parts of this episode where I didn't want to fall in love with these characters. I was like, I know, because I know the story was going to Henry and Sam. Like, I know what's happening. And then when Sam was sitting there, playing well, and they're just being a kid, and first of all, that actor was his name Kevion Woodard. Oh my god,
great actor,
amazing.
And then the fact that he told you afterwards that no one knew how to sign, and by the time he leaves the shoot, everyone knows how to sign, because he's that engaging, and he's literally a deaf kid, and he said something like, he said, Sam is deaf and I'm deaf, so it's like we have this one thing together, and we try to teach the world how to deal with being silent. And I was like, just listening to him, and just like, you're 6, like to see things this way was so engaging, and you felt that in the episode. Even more. I mean, Henry was fine. Henry was good, but Sam.
Henry was good. Yeah. This was Sam's show on this episode, and the changes that they made from the game, making Sam a little bit younger. If I remember correctly, in the game, Sam was not deaf, but
no, he was not deaf. He was not deaf.
But it worked. The changes they made were very beneficial. Even kind of improved, built upon the source material. Like Brian said, being familiar with it, I knew it was coming, and I thought that would kind of prepare me for it, and it didn't.
Because they built this character so much more, right? They made you feel even more for him
in one episode. How was it like an hour long ish or something like that?
55 minutes, I think it was. Yeah,
55 minutes. Yeah. In that 1 hour, they just like you fall in love with Sam and Henry. Like especially you fall in love with Sam, and then you understand Henry's drive.
Yeah.
But like Brandon said, like making him deaf, I thought was so much more interesting because then it's just like he's already lived in a whole world for the little bit of time that he's lived, you know, in a world where he had a struggle, you know what I mean, with being deaf. And it's like now you add this on top of it. It was kind of like he already knows how to handle like obviously different situations, but he's like, you know, all right, you know, like I need to sit here in color, you know, I get it, you know, he was kind of cool with it, but you know, this I don't know.
It made Sam even more dependent on Henry. So like,
yeah,
all the time you saying him signing. So what are they saying? And he's like, he's either going to help us escape, you know, and even though that's not the conversation that was going on, this is what he's telling. He's totally dependent on Henry more. Like it connected them even more. It made Sam even more dependent on him, and it also made Henry realize I have to be everything for him. And it was so good. They did a great job, but I saw the connection. I felt it, and I was dreading. Even though I knew I was just enjoying the episode, I was dreading seeing the end of this episode.
Yeah. And I said the changes in the show, the changes made in the show is both better and worse because it's more painful here. 100%.
Yeah,
100%. And then she also said, Neil Druckmann definitely made this episode in mind when he said, "Why y'all crying over episode 3? It's happy." I didn't even think about that because I think that was like a tweet he said or something like that. He's like, "Oh, this was happy. What are you talking about?" He goes, "Wait till I really mess you up. Wait till I really mess you up."
You know what's so funny? We knew it was coming when we saw the guns in their face. You saw Sam and Henry. You knew it, but then you saw Henry. What Henry did for Sam, and you know, even I don't remember what's his name. Was it Edelstein, the guy that the doctor?
The doctor.
And he said, you know, hey, he's scared. He's like, no, he's scared because you're scared. That was big for me. Like, yo, anyone who, you know, he's his brother, but he's really his parent. He's really like his guardian. And any parent knows when you have a child, they're only afraid if you're afraid. If you show fear, they feel the fear. If you show no fear, they have no idea why you should be afraid because they believe in you that much. And once Henry understood that, and then he did that for Sam, and then when they had to go, and he put the mask on him and let him know he's a superhero, and that's when the connections really started going. And then I was like, all right, this is going to be bad. This is going to be really bad.
Even that I thought it was interesting because it was like the whole time I think Sam thought Henry was the hero and he was a sidekick and he was like, you're gonna be the savior. But then like I think Henry knew. He goes, no, you're the hero because you're what driving me. You're the reason why I'm acting the way I'm. Like you're the hero of this story, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I just thought that was like a nice like little thing. He's like, no, you're the superhero, not me. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to deal with it. You know, so you know, it's even like something like that was kind of cool. But just the title of this episode, "Endure and Survive."
Endurance, and wasn't that the name of the comic book they were reading?
I don't know if it was the name, but it was in the comic, or it was like something like that. But
I think that's the name of it: Endure and Survive. And that was big. But I mean, I guess we talked about all this stuff with Sam and Henry, but we really didn't talk about how their relationship affected Ellie and Joel. And you can see how
especially Ellie.
Ellie opened up and she's smiling and she was loving and kind to Sam and reading to him. And the part when Sam shows her his bite and she doesn't freak out and she tries to cut herself and use her blood in order to save Sam, and he's like, please, don't go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. And that, I mean, it tore my heart out. And then Ellie falls asleep and she wakes up and she's trying to talk to Sam and he's changed. Oh,
that really
even before that. Yeah, even when he passes her the Etch-a-Sketch, whatever the hell it's called, the little writing board, and he's like, "Oh, am I?" Or was it something like that? Like, you know, am I still the same if there's a monster inside me or whatever? I was like, instant jaw drop. I'm like, nope, No, because I remember watching it. Me and Erica were obviously watching it together, and I'm like, she's like, "Oh, something bad's gonna happen." I'm like, "There's 7 minutes left. They can't." I was wrong. I'm like, God. They just ripped out your heart with that last like legit. It was like 7 minutes left, and I'm like, they're not gonna. It's 7 minutes. They can't just destroy me like that. Then Neil Druckmann was like, hold my beer.
Yeah, hold my beer. It's like,
I'm gonna make you just cry. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that though? Yeah. What did you think about what Henry did when he grabbed the gun? What do you think was going to happen?
Let you go, Brandon.
Well, that because I played the video game, but no, like I kind of no, you know, and his initial instinct, just how protective he was over Sam, was to like defend anyone from like going after him, and you know, and then you know he does what he did, which was end up putting Sam out of his misery, which was kind of on impulse. And he kind of questions what
wasn't it? It was all impulse, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, we spend the entire episode exploring the bond and the brotherhood between Henry and Sam. So I think even for people who haven't played the game, just looking at that just looking at all the buildup that we had towards the episode, you know, we knew what Henry was going to do next after that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
man, you saw it coming, and Joel saw it coming, and I felt like Joel was not just trying to save Henry; he was trying to save himself because he sees himself in Henry. Because Henry did bad things, but he did it for a reason. He was trying to redeem himself with Sam, and he saw himself in Henry. He's trying to save him and bring him along, and have that connection to let him know that life was not going to be over, and he wasn't able to save him. So I think though you see how it affected Ellie outwardly, I feel like it affected Joel inside a lot more.
Yep.
And we don't see it. But it's something that he realizes that I've now connected with this little girl again. And if I lose her, if something happens to her, I think he will do the same thing that Henry did. I think it's like almost foreshadowing what would happen if something happened to her, to Ellie. That's what Joel will do. Joel will no longer be able to function without her. And he's done it again, that connection again with her.
Yeah. Well, I forgot what I was watching. Well, it might have been John Campea, where he was saying like the title was like, or a comment on it was it was called what's it called? Endure and Survive. It was like Sam couldn't survive and Henry couldn't endure, and I was like, damn, like the whole title was like,
wow,
with stuff like that is like really. I'm like, that's true, It's like. But also the way he was waving that gun around was just like, like I know in the game, like what kind of happens, but granted things could change in the show. They've taken some liberties already. I was like, oh my God, is he gonna like shoot Joel? Or is he gonna shoot like Joel and Ellie, thinking like, oh shit, well, that's it, everyone dies. Like I can't go on, no one can go on, kind of thing. I don't know, because the way it was shot really great too, because it was such a chaotic moment and it had to happen really quick and it had to be very, very chaotic. And it was just like, he's got the gun, he's pointing here, and the camera was just like looking over his shoulder, and then when it just did, like he shot Sam and you're just like, fuck, and he's still kind of like trying to figure it out, and then it's just a still right on Henry. It just stays right on Henry until he does what he does. And I was like, damn.
And it kind of made sense too, though. I mean, once again, so Henry's he's like, I've never really shot a gun before. I've never really, like he said, he
never killed anybody.
He helped other people. He talked about a lot of people, but he never really killed anyone. And the fact that he had his brother, the thing that matters the most to him in the world, you saw him shatter. And but I was hoping that Joel would save him somehow. But the fact that it did, and then they bury him and they dig the graves themselves, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ellie brings Joel's stuff and let's go. And it's like what happened wasn't that just Sam died, but Ellie's childhood died right then.
Like
too.
officially. Yeah.
All the rest of her childhood, everything that was died at that exact moment. That was very powerful. And I was like, man, this show. I was saying, this show, man, you doing this.
So Knox said, I haven't been this messed up over a pair of siblings since Grave of Fireflies. The one about a 12 and 5-year-old surviving themselves during World War II. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
I do know what she's talking about.
Yeah. Okay. And then she said, I like the changes in Henry's dialogue. Yeah. In the game, he points the gun to Joel, saying it's your fault. But in the show, he says, "What did I do?"
Yeah. That was a good change.
That was
yeah. Because I thought it was kind of go after like, what did I do? Like, it's your fault. I had to do this. That's what I thought they were going to kind of go at, and it played out better the way it did in the show than I think in the game.
I can't say better because Henry killed himself. And
more emotional.
Yeah, but yes, it made more sense. It did make more sense.
Yeah. Like one thing that got me is like how you said like Ellie kind of like her childhood died was like you forget she's a kid and that like, oh, I'll just my blood is medicine, so let me just rub it on you and you'll be good. And I don't know if she actually thought that was gonna work, because she knows like, and you forget like, oh, she's still a kid, like that's not how it works, but to her, like in the kid's mind was like, I have the medicine in my blood. Let me give you some, and now we're all good again. And it's just like how naive and childish, not childish, like just that's what she is. She's a child, so you doesn't have the brain.
I think it was that you
thinking
when you have that much negative stuff happen to you all the time.
Yeah,
all that, and she finally had a glimpse of happiness. She wasn't ready to give that up. And she was, I think, and though she logically understood that it probably wouldn't work, she prayed that it would, and
had
the hope that it would work out, because if he lives, this whole journey changes.
Yeah,
they have a chance to become a family, and that's what she's desperately needing.
Yeah,
and now she's lost. I'm telling you, her childhood died at that moment.
Wow.
And Joel's connection with her grew tenfold that moment, and everything's going to change. She's now part of his family. She is no longer cargo. She is part of. He already had feelings for her, but now she's family. And that's what we can see that the distinct change. But she now is she's gonna start putting more walls up, because that's what teenagers will do: put walls up, and they're going to get to Wyoming. And he has to protect her, because can't allow Ellie to go down like Sam. He cannot. It's not in him that he cannot allow that to happen. He'll do whatever he could to stop that from happening.
Yeah. Knox said when she wrote "I'm sorry" on the board, I think it messed up Joel, because he looked down and read it and is like damn. Like, I think that's the moment he knew. He's like, she needs me, But,
There's so many times in the episode where I just want to give him a hug. I was like, just come here. Come here. Let me give you a hug. And I'm like, come on, Joe, just give her a hug. That's not their relationship right now. But I just wanted to there's no reason for you to have to deal with this at your age. There's none.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, what about you, Brandon? Any other parts or anything that like stuck out for you or had some good moments?
Like I said, I was kind of dreading this episode, like I said, because I knew exactly what was getting ready to happen from the second Henry and Sam got introduced at the end of the last episode. So I was actively trying to avoid any emotional attachment, I'd say, but it ended up happening anyway, because the show is just doing that good at establishing that connection making you bond with these characters, even when you don't want to. It was a tough watch, but a very effective watch. If I rewatch any of this series, I don't think I'm going to be able to rewatch that one. That was tough.
Yeah,
that was a tough one.
Yeah,
those are my thoughts on.
Yeah, and like I said, it's I think it's the last 7 minutes because I remember I remember pausing the TV. I'm like, there's 7 minutes left. Like nothing bad's gonna happen. Like right, then, So I was like,
I mean, at that point, Joe was sitting there like shooting everyone from the window and killing everyone as much as he could from the window, which is amazing. And the fact that they got away with that, but the fact that we didn't see Sam and Henry, I knew what was happening. I was like, they're following exactly what's going on in this damn game.
Also, that scene is very video game like.
It's the first time.
I've played no, even in the first episode though, where they were in the car and you were in the back seat, that's like straight from like the game. But even this is like something like I've played games that did that, where your NPC person has to sneak through and you have to clear the way for them, and you're like sniping. Like I've played games like that before, like a bunch of games that have that same scenario. So I was like, oh shit, I'm like, that's very much like video game like. So even that, I was like, okay, I like that. It's not a direct connection, but I was like, yeah.
I think what I was saying more of this, it was the first time you see all these zombies and realize how dangerous of a world, and you see all these clickers and coming out and understand why humans lost. Like you saw all those things, like you saw they're powerful, they were unyielding, and they even with guns they were just coming in and eating people and tearing them up. And that the first time it felt like a video game, like a zombie video game to me.
Yeah,
that was like when I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You deal with the human experience, but you also deal with zombies. Like, don't forget, guys. This is why this post-apocalyptic world exists.
Yeah. And also, like, it's telling the critics, because there's a lot of people out there, they're like, I want to see more violence. It's a zombie killing game. Like, I want to see more zombies killing. I was like, there you go. Like, I mean, you got the zombie killings, but the zombies killed a lot of those people. And then they're running to the town and just, that's it. Casey's off the map. Like, that's it. No more Kansas City. It's done. Like, it's crazy. But like thinking like after, like, I just like how you can watch the show and then think about it, and you're like, oh, that's how they connected that. Like, oh, there were people living underground. Like, that's why there's a kid clicker. Like, that's why there's like these things, because they went underground to hide, not knowing the shitty government is gonna stick all the zombies down there, So it was like, so they just basically fed the zombies and made them stronger. It's like, just, it's really interesting. Like, the more you think about like little details like that build the story overall, and you're like, oh, that's why you're so effed right now. This bad decision after bad decision after bad decision by multiple people that just all come together into one big, apocalypse.
Horrible bad decision.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean, even the whole thing starts off with a bad decision of like somebody getting sick in whatever grain or flour, and they're like, I'm gonna go home. It was like, what was that? 14 people wasn't it, or something like that?
In the world.
Yeah. And I said this episode would have been my fave, but it's too painful. Yeah. So that's why it hasn't beat episode 3. Episode 3 hurts, but it's rewatchable. Episode 5 is an epitome of epitome. Yeah. Of great media, and I'm never watching this again. That's what Brandon said. I am never watching this. Yeah. It's definitely
bringing that up. So, what is your favorite episode so far?
I mean, I got to give it this one just because it's a good story. You get to connect with these characters, and then it just rips your heart out right at the end. Right at the end, when you think you're done, you're safe, you're in the nice hotel room, everyone's having fun, and wham! Like, don't forget, we hate our fans and want to make them cry every week. So,
what about you, B?
I'd still say probably the first episode is still my favorite. It really hooked me in. You know, it's really important that they kind of hook you early on. I thought that really they really made good on that, and essentially making Sarah the main character of the initial episode. That was a great idea too. I liked how it set up the world that we're going to be, you know, along for this ride on pretty effectively. Great performances all around the table. Really kind of it set the tone, you know, in terms of like suspense and heartbreak. We get that pretty much every episode, I think.
Yep, exactly.
So I think it was an effective setup.
I'm gonna say episode 3 is my favorite, and episode 5 is the best.
Okay, yeah, I can see that too. I mean, they're both very emotional, but emotional on different levels. Like one's a happy emotion, and the other one is a very, you know, sad and somber like emotion. You know, but they nailed both of them perfectly.
They nailed the first. They've nailed every episode. There's no filler here. Every episode matters, and every episode I've enjoyed for a reason or for one reason or another.
Yeah. I'm really thinking because even episode 2, it went straight into it. Yeah, all the episodes were just kind of
good,
into it.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so this is the tweet that Knox was that brought up. So this is Neil saying, "Why is everyone crying? That was a happy episode." So, you know, and then you got, you know, Bill and Frank here. Yeah, it's like he told us. He
warned
January
us.
29th. Yep.
Yeah, we didn't know. We didn't realize what we had.
Yeah. But oh man, where do you think it goes now? What's the next step?
I mean, he finds Tommy, right? And I think the problem is, like, you can only love one. You only can save one person at a time. You only can put all your effort into one, and he's literally going to choose Ellie over Tommy.
Ooh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. That'd be cool. What about you, Brandon?
They changed some things, so I think he's literally going to do, like, he's going to have to either save one or save the other. He's going to choose to save Ellie over Tommy.
I could see that happening. I haven't really thought too forward when it comes to the following episodes. I'm just kind of, but yeah, I could see that happening. I haven't even really entertained it. I'm just basically more or less kind of taking each episode how they come.
Somehow in 6 hours they're going to make it to Wyoming, because you can walk to Wyoming from Kansas City in about 5 hours.
Movie magic. But yeah, I don't know. I think this next episode might be another journey episode. I don't know if it's a destination episode yet. I think they meet Tommy right at the end, and then the episode ends. And then I think because there's how many episodes? 9?
Is it 8?
Or is it a full?
I thought there were 8 episodes, but it might be 10. Let me see.
How many beginning? How?
9.
So this was episode 5. So I can see 6 being a journey, and I can see it really connecting Ellie and Joel more together. Like, this is the time where they really connect with each other. You know, because right now he needs to talk to Ellie. So he needs to like talk to like how you would a kid, like, hey, it's not only like, yeah, get over it, move on. It's like, hey, shit, it sucks, but
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna have that conversation, and they're gonna kind of have an argument. And like Brian said, like the walls are gonna be up, so it's gonna be like him finally wanting to go in now, but she has the wall up. So this whole episode is them trying to connect and finally at the end of the next episode, I think they're both gonna understand that we're more than just cargo and delivery man. Like we're a family now.
Mhm.
And I think, and then you introduce the real family, and now you got another problem. And then going forward, that's what you're gonna have other issues.
I will agree 100% with you if I then think the episode is gonna be an hour long. So I think they can do all what you just said in 20 minutes. In 20, 25 minutes, that happens. And then they meet, meet Tommy. And then Tommy pushes Joel away. And then Joel tries to reach back out for Tommy. And while he's doing that, he realizes he needs to keep Ellie close. And he chooses more Ellie than Tommy. And then the next episode, we really see Tommy get into trouble. And Joel have to stick by Ellie. And choose to stick by Ellie, even though he just came all the way to Wyoming for him. But he's going to choose her.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. So I was trying to see how long this one is, but it's going to be. They're all about an hour. I think the shortest one is going to be 46 minutes, from what I saw somewhere.
Didn't that already happen?
Which I think already happened, yeah. And the longest episode already happened. So I think all the rest are going to be right around that 55 to 60 minute mark. But oh man, this is
they're doing a great job. Yeah, they're doing a great job. That's all. And they released it and it didn't have to fight the Super Bowl.
Yep. That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That was probably the best thing, because like Friday night you got that, and you let everyone sit in it all weekend. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I felt a certain type of way on Saturday. I was like, man, I almost like let's just talk about this today. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. If I was free Saturday night, I would have been hell yeah. Let's talk about it. Because it was bad. Man, it was. And even though I watched John Campea today, and he said, him and his wife watched it, and as soon as it happened, his wife is just, when he said like she's ugly crying, she's making the noises, she's crying. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, that's everybody. What are you talking about? Like,
he said what she was doing. He didn't say what he was doing. I ain't crying, you crying.
Yeah, yeah. That was. It's such a great episode, great season so far.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah. And if we only get 2 seasons of this, like I'll be glad, because it will be all good episodes and an ending, where like something like The Walking Dead dragged way too much.
Yeah.
Like how many? 10 seasons now or something stupid? That's way too
Probably
long.
more than that. Like I lost count. I checked out of The Walking Dead a while back, but it's nice to kind of know when to stop, and when like when the shelf life of a show is.
Yeah.
So they do 2 seasons, I'd be good with that.
Yeah.
I think they do a great job with these characters right now. And that I'm less worried about season 2, because I was worried about season 2 because I thought it was doing for the second game. Like this, it's not, season 2 is not going to be good. But now I know they're going to do whatever they need to do to make the story make sense.
Mm-hmm. So I know how I know how game 2 is. I didn't play it, but I watched and I read a lot of like people and Twitch and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys know how the second game is, but do they change any of it?
Yes.
No spoilers or anything, but do they change any of it?
I think they make the story better. They make the story fit what they've been doing, what they've been building,
what they're trying to do.
So there's no longer have to worry about because the second game is not as good as of a story, and then it doesn't make as much sense. They're going to change the story to make the second game okay. The second season okay.
Yeah. I mean, so far they haven't changed anything too much. There's small details here and there, but nothing too.
Well, they've added a lot.
You know,
they've added a whole lot. They've given character development. They've given you arcs, better character arcs, and I think that's what they're going to continue to do.
Yeah, which is kind of what knocks her question is. She says she sees people complain that the side characters have more spotlight than Joel and Ellie, and it makes them more mad that they quickly die. I disagree, but what are your thoughts? And it's kind of like, wait, go ahead.
In the game, a lot of times it was like these one-off missions, and people are dying, and you're supposed to care about these people. What they've done is taking these storylines. We know they're going to die, but they've given more depth to these characters. Once again, what we said about the militia. We talk about Kathleen and the other guy, but you understood her now. They took her to the room that she grew up. She explained her brother, and then you hear it from our multiple people's mouths. They've given everyone a lot more development, so you can care about the missions. You understand it's not just a mission, but these are people, and they've made everything into people. And I thought that was important to do, and that's how you really engage in your audience.
Yeah. What about you, Brandon? Too many side characters or what?
No, I'm fine with the side characters. I like the idea that we're seeing from multiple perspectives and multiple facets how people are adjusting, how this new, kind of world is impacting other people. It can't be just Joel and Ellie, even though they are the central characters. I like that it gives you, so to speak, like a well-rounded kind of universal perspective of how this is impacting a multitude of people. I think that was very necessary for the show. Joel and Ellie are still the central characters.
Yeah, they haven't changed anything.
Enough time of their own,
Yeah.
But I think what they're doing is pretty necessary, and I think it's pretty well executed also.
For me, these like side characters. I mean, how many side characters have we got so far? Like Bill and Frank, and then Sam and Henry. And granted, we didn't see Bill and Frank directly interact too much with the other with Joel or Ellie, but that story kind of like told you a story of Joel almost, you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're protectors and this and that. Like the whole ending of that episode was like how it connected to the main characters, and to the world as a whole, you know what I mean? So, and it's especially with Henry and Sam, it's a direct connection with them. It's like, yeah, they're side characters, but also everything the side characters done so far have helped make Joel and Ellie more interesting characters, so by the time you get to the end of the season, when it's only them, you're more invested into them because you're like, I saw the connection that Joel had with Frank and Bill. Like I saw the connection that Ellie had with Sam. Like I see how they still care, they still have humanity, and they still it builds up.
Even with Tess,
like things add and make the main characters better, so what's that like saying, like any story worth being told is worth being heard, or something along those lines, and like, and there's a reason for it. It's not just like you threw in a random like love story. Like, no, it meant it had reason for the world and for Joel, so yeah. So I don't know. So I don't agree with like side characters and stuff.
No,
like
but
that,
I mean, but they're right. I mean, Sarah was a side character, and they put an emphasis on it. But when you do these, when you emphasize these side characters, you're enhancing the story. You're explaining every part of that character, of that main character, we understanding the main character more by their relationships that they have. And we understand the connections more about we understand more about that character because of the side characters. The side characters are doing a specific thing for you to understand and to connect with these main characters. Instead of just telling them you're main, you're connecting them with every part of the story.
Yeah.
And you understand their psyche all together. And I think that's an incredible job. And I think it's really important to do if you're going to get someone to really love your show.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's easy. It's easy to do in a video game when you are playing that character. Like, you have to read that letter. You have to go through that door. You have to climb that ladder. Like, you're making that decision as that character, and you get a lot of stuff like that. It's different when you're sitting and watching the show rather than playing the show. You know what I mean? Like, you're in the game. So it's a little different because side characters, because you directly interact with side characters and this and that. In the show, it's different storytelling, and I think they're telling the story the perfect way for TV. You know. So yeah, I don't really agree with that. And I know she says she doesn't agree with this either. So, and I'm not worried about the future changes of season 2. I mean, look at episode 3.
Exactly.
But like I said, they added on. They didn't change. Well, I mean, they kind of changed Frank a little bit with Frank.
Yeah, and they changed
or Bill. I mean,
no, both of them, Frank and Bill. So Frank,
technically, yeah,
they're both they're really in love. There was no facade. There was no. I mean, they changed the fungus and how quickly it can move and understand that, and they changed how Tess was how she died and the way she died, and the zombies more than a militia. They've explained the militia and gave them a face. They've changed some things that need to be changed, and I think they've done an unbelievable job. And I think we should give props to the show writers, and good job.
Yeah, 100%. This show better win every damn award when it comes Emmy night. Emmys, every award. This is when you think of great HBO shows. This is it. This show is like when you think of like, oh, HBO is like peak cable. This is what you kind of think of,
Agree.
So, oh man,
I'm guessing HBO will probably double their subscribers because of this one show.
Yep. I know my sister was going to cancel her subscription because I forgot whatever she watched, and then she was going to cancel it.
Euphoria or something like that.
No, she's older than that. I think it was Game of Thrones or something. I don't know. But I know she was gonna keep it for this, but then she wanted doing other stuff. But I mean, at this point, you're like, HBO has the best stuff on their HBO Max. I don't know, and this is just like the cherry on top of all the other great content. But man, yeah, they definitely. Anybody who canceled their subscription after Game of Thrones or whatever, House of Dragon, they got back and some. So, and every week the rating, it gets more and more viewers.
You see that? I saw that.
How every week more and more and more. It's like it doesn't, because usually the pilot, the first episode is really high because that's where you get everyone, like Brandon said, and then it'll dip and then it'll plateau for a while, and then the big ending. This is like good, and it keeps getting higher, which is crazy.
Because they're allowing us to talk about this stuff, and everybody, all YouTubers are talking about this stuff and how important this is, and what a great job they're doing, and explaining each character, and that's just bringing more and more people to this new show.
Yeah. So, but cool. I think we should end it there. We've been going on for a little while.
Wow.
Almost an hour. Just game with Last of Us.
Damn it, Ezra.
No, just Last of Us. We've been going for almost an hour. Ezra, that's a whole nother. We ain't talking about that no more. Everyone canceled HBO for Velma. Came back, kept it for Last of Us. That's funny. Yeah. You just like reactivate your subscription every Sunday and then cancel it Monday.
I just don't want to have a chance of seeing Velma. No, I refuse.
Yeah. Don't even show it. All right. Any last words, guys?
No, that was fun. It was a great episode. I can't wait. I can't wait every Monday just talk about Last of Us.
True. Brandon,
same.
Yep. Oh man, cool. I think for the finale, we should get together somewhere.
I agree. I like that. That's a good idea.
That'd be fun for the finale. Kind of get together, like either watch it or do the show together somewhere. And even if it's not obviously not at 10 o'clock at night, maybe like I don't know. We'll figure something out. But yeah. Oh man, but cool. Let's get out of here. Knox, we really appreciate you being here and hanging out with us and joining the chat for The Last of Us. I'm assuming you were waiting the whole time for us to talk about Last of Us, and you had to deal with our nonsense for the last other 2 hours.
I almost felt like we should be doing Last of Us first. Everything else afterwards. But we appreciate it. And if you're watching our replay, thank you. Great conversation. So if you want to join in on the conversation with us, hit that subscribe button. Join us live every Monday and Thursday. We talk about shows, TVs, trailers, all that good stuff. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and come check us out live. If not, you can watch the replay. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about episode 5 of The Last of Us. Endure and survive. Yeah. So I love it.
And then last one, she goes, I can't wait either. These chats are fun, and since it's Valentine's Day, I'm going to eat and cry over strawberries while watch
episode 3. So that's awesome.
Do that little giggle that Nick Offerman does when he bites into it. They got me. But there you go. Get some strawberries and then cry as you remember Bill and Frank. But that needs to be a Valentine's Day card. Love me like it's the end of the world, like Bill and Frank or something like that.
Find someone who loves you like Bill loves Frank.
Yeah. Yep. All right. But yep. Thank you guys. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, join us live. But we are out of here. Thank you, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
You could end the stream right there. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm probably gonna end it. So all right. Let's see. I forgot I have this.
Whopper.
Yeah, play that in like a super sad song. Like, and then Henry kills Sam.
Whopper.
That's good.
All right, but we are really out of here. Appreciate everyone in chat as always. Knox, thank you for sticking around. Bigger Ford,
thank you,
Zach Attacks. Zach Attacks. This is basically Zach Attacks week on Spoiler Kings because he's gonna be on Monday. He did a show with Brian with the Black Excellence with Coming to America, and then if Beale Street Can Talk, that's coming out on Wednesday, and then Friday he's gonna join us live, and we're gonna talk about a couple Oscar shows. So Zach Attacks, he's basically part of the family at this point.
Yeah, he's the fourth Spoiler King, really.
Yeah. Cold Lords, thank you, Derpy. House of Nerd Show, make sure you go check them out as well. Perp Minded, shout out to Perp. He's going to join us for some Oscar shows in the upcoming weeks as well. But cool. Let's get out of here. Appreciate everyone, and we will see you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Every day, guys. See you.
Every day. Later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out here.